There's Dominic.
Hi, Paul. How are we this morning? Your evening?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. I've got to jump off a little bit earlier than normal. Other than that,
Where are you going?
I have to do another seminar, another course.
Oh,
Yeah. How are we this morning? The more things I do, the more indispensable I become.
yeah. PJ is here.
DJ.
Drone shots was first.
Oh, good on you, Jody.
Jody was Johnny on the spot. Jody on the spot, I guess you call it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Okay. Yep,
Let me
that's
get
all.
some people
TJ
to
and Jody.
you, okay?
Okay.
So, um, I don't know if Johnny shooting photos tonight or tomorrow?
I'm not, oh, I can't remember.
I can't. My memory isn't any good either.
Yeah, the weather is starting to warm up here. Low 70s. So that's good. Looks like from the stream you've got there, Stream Time Live, looks like a nice day, but looks can be deceiving
Well,
sometimes.
the sun just came out. It was foggy. It was cloudy and just kind of blasé all day. In fact, I just did a ship, and in that ship video, it's blasé.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so looks can be deceiving.
Yeah, because I no more than got back 10 minutes ago from shooting that ship.
Oh, okay. That's good. Yeah.
I don't know where Justin is or David is, or if they're all over playing Fortnite.
Yeah, or Joe or
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about Captain Joe whether he's wherever. Let me go over and look and see if I see coast to coast drones, flyby guys. Artco 6 hours ago. Sam Hayden 6 hours ago. I don't see anybody right now on
yeah.
mine going live,
But look.
but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Just a minute, Mia. Mia wants to eat pretty bad. She's used to being on a schedule.
Yeah.
And so you normally by now, we're a half hour after her normal eating period.
Yeah.
4:30 is when she usually gets fed.
Yeah, I seem to have a similar problem. Mine like to be fed around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and if I get home late or my brother gets home late, they come straight to the door and really get you. Hello, Michael. Cool cat. Hello, Brenda. Sunstar.
Hey, Brenda. Cool cat. Cool cat's Michael, right? DJ is here. He's waving away, and I think he's at work though, isn't he?
Probably.
I think he was working the late shift today. at the store. Dominic, can you keep an eye on it for a minute? I'm gonna feed her.
Yeah, no worries.
She won't leave me. Actually, I hate it when she paws me.
Yeah. Okay. How is everybody in the chat? How are you going? Yeah, anybody? Come and join us. There's room for more.
Dominic.
Here he is. We were wondering if you had photos to do.
Yeah, I finished them. I finished them early.
Oh, good.
Only had 13 kids to shoot pictures of, but it was over a 2-hour period, 2.5-hour period. So I got there at about 11 o'clock and didn't get out of there till almost 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
It was like 1:30.
Interesting.
But I had to wait in between class because they had one class, then they had the half-hour lunch gap where they switched the periods. Then the other gap came in, and I only had 4 from that one I had to shoot. So as soon as I shot the 4, I was out of there. But I had 9 the first hour. I had almost an hour gap, and and it's quiet. I'm upstairs, nobody around me, and I'm sitting in a chair, dozing off. Rolled my ass off onto the floor. I mean, I dozed off, rolled right to the floor, went straight down. I'm laying on the floor laughing my ass off. You know, it was like I was sleeping good.
Yeah.
Every time I shoot there, every time I shoot Junior Urgency, I get about an hour break in between. And I kick back in the chair, the same chair. And as soon as I sit there and relax, I doze off. Because it's just so peaceful and quiet. Nobody to bother you, you know? But I mean, when I caught myself, when I felt myself falling, open my eyes and I was going down. Boom.
Mm.
It's all rubberized mats down there, you know? So when I just laid on the floor, I said, the hell with this. The door was locked and closed. I just laid there and went to sleep. Heard the bell, got up, set up everything. 4 came in, we shot him, and I was gone. Tough way to make money on. Yeah, that's let's see, $780. 2.5 hours. Like I said, when I get this check,
Paul,
all
Joe,
I do is put it
DJ,
directly on my
Dominic.
processor.
Jody, Brenda, Michael.
But Colonel was pissed off with him. Colonel gets pissed off with him every year because they come in here, they forget their rank at home or they forget their ribbons and all the stuff. And he says, I don't care. Shoot it like that. It's your picture. It's going in your garage when you graduate. You know, he says, y'all been here 4 years. You know the uniform. I'm not gonna wait. We're not gonna reschedule. We're shooting it like it is. If you want it on the thing, if you don't have your ribbons on, it's not my fault.
Yep.
And he's got a point. And Master Guns is up there, and everybody knows that I was in the Marines. Everybody knows. And I had a shirt on that said Marines today. We're standing there, and he brings a class up to teach them how to fold their utility uniform to sleeves. So he's got them up there, and he's got this one kid that's about a toothpick, and somebody gave him a medium blouse, a shirt. And I'm doing in the middle of doing something. I hear Staff Sergeant, and man, I spun around and said, "Yes." And he goes, "Now that's how we need people to turn around and pay attention." He wasn't even paying attention to me when I said Staff Sergeant, and he was calling me. That's what he was doing with Staff Sergeant, like that. And he says, "Look at his blouse; it's too big. He needs a little extra small."
Oh, okay.
I already knew what he was talking about. He had it hanging up. I said, "Who gave him that?" The hell? I may be old, but I got to see the world before it
Went to shit.
Before it went to shit. Yeah, you got a point.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got a point. But my son's up in Washington, D.C. right now with his wife, and they're touring all kind of stuff. He took actually 5 days off, but he's getting 10 because of the holidays. So he said, "The hell with it, I'm taking off." So the Marine Corps, they could do that. So he sends me a picture of a wolf walking. Now it was at the zoo, a wolf, and he sends me another picture, and it's a statue of Martin Luther King Jr. So I look at the two, and I look at the thing and say, "Wolf," like that. That's all I said, right? He comes back and he goes, "Well, that's funny how you said something about the wolf, but you didn't say something about the Constitution." I said,
Hey, Joe.
"What Constitution?" I said, "What Constitution?" I said, "All I saw was a statue of Martin Luther King Jr. I knew you were in D.C." He goes, and I looked at it. It was like 15 pictures. I had to scroll through, and they had pictures of the Constitution and everything. I said, "Oh, my bad. I didn't scroll." And then he came back, and he said, "Oh, you didn't scroll? Oh, I saw. Never mind. I saw you said my bad." So he did the same thing I did. No, Paul, I was saying that I had that hour with an hour gap in between the shoot, right?
Yeah.
So I kick back in that little chair that's real nice and comfortable, and I doze off. So I'm knocked out on this chair, and I feel myself falling. I done rolled off the chair onto the floor. Now I'm laying there on the floor on a rubber mat, just laughing. The door's locked, it's closed, ain't nobody in there but me. I just rolled over and went to sleep. I slept till the bell rung.
Wow. Well, it just shows you needed the sleep and you're sounding better too.
Yeah, I feel better. I've still got a little congestion right here, but
Well, me and I went and did a ship. As you can see, it's bright and sunny now, but when we did the ship like an hour ago, it was dark and cloudy.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Feels.
It's just dark and dark, you know.
It feels. That up, girl.
It's tried to rain a few times and been a bit miserable, I suppose, but at least it wasn't like the heavy rain we had all night.
I'll show you a little bit. Let me see if I can pull up the video and show you what I was talking about, how cloudy it was. This is, of course, unedited video, but
That's cool.
Johnny,
Got it?
Hey, Johnny.
Where's the chat?
you can see it's kind of cloudy and kind of yucky.
yeah, dark and grey, yeah.
Yeah, it was nasty looking.
That's the ship I just came back from doing. Me and I went and did.
Okay.
So when did you wake up after you fell asleep?
I just waited for the bell to ring. I knew the bell would ring, wake me up. So when the bell went off for the new class to come in, because they were downstairs, I was upstairs where they shoot, where they have their shooting range. That's where I set up. And when I heard the bell ring, I just rolled over, got up, opened the door again, and they were up there in about 10 minutes.
Wow.
Turned my lights back on. I only had 4 people the second time, but I had 9 the first time. But I love going up there and listening to the way they get on these cadets. It just sounds like boot camp.
Hmm.
Master Gun looked at me and he said, they're worse. This year they're worse. And everybody could hear it, right? He said, they're worse. I just have to deal with 3 more years so I can retire. I got to be able to put up with them for 3 more years. And the colonel looked, like I said, colonel was on them about their uniforms today, the ones taking pictures. And he says, y'all been in the program 4 years. You know, you wear dress blues, you got to have your ribbons. You know, you got to have your rank. If you don't have it, you're going to stand there without it. That's how your picture's going to look. I don't care. He said, it's your picture. He said, it's going to go in your garage when you graduate. So that's where it goes. Your dad's going to put it in your garage.
Wow.
He says, I told y'all a week ago. Y'all had a week to fix this. Then he looked at one of them and he said, you've been in the program 4 years. I haven't promoted you yet. And he said, let me think. Oh, yeah, I remember why. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Johnny's in the chat, huh?
Yeah.
Did you formally thank him for teaching you how to fly that Avata?
Yeah, he taught me all right. Yeah, I'm telling you, I want to see the raw film because I saw it go through there, but I want to see I needed to be there to see who really flew that because it had shades of Joe Fortaleo on it.
So you think he had a
Surrogate.
ringer was flying it?
I think
Stunt
it
double.
could have been Joe Fortaleo. I know it wasn't Michael Wright. Put it that way.
Well, we know it wasn't TJ. TJ.
Yeah, I know it wasn't Michael Wright that was there. The only person other than Johnny that would have done it would have been Joe Fortaleo. Johnny says me. Okay. I'll take your word for it, Johnny. You'll want to see the film.
Well, you know the challenge is on now. He's challenging you to do the same thing.
Hey, I don't like peer pressure. I don't get peer pressure. It don't matter to me. If I never fly through that tugboat, I'll be fine with it. Now, other than the fact that his drone could make it through there, so maybe I ought to just borrow his.
Yeah.
Well, the thing of it is
He said Johnny Fortaleo.
So what I'm wondering is why you weren't there with him when he did it? He didn't.
The baby. That was Monday morning. I had the baby.
Oh.
Yeah, and then she took off Tuesday. Take off Monday when I tell you I need to be off. They're using me. What are you so loving about today? Loki has been clingy all day with me. I think he's clingy because yesterday he got a chicken burrito and today he got a steak burrito. Ziggy, I didn't ask you that. I didn't say anything. Stupid ass thing. Said I don't have an answer for that. When I ask the question to this thing, it never answers me. Now it starts talking to me when I'm not talking to it. Sound like a typical woman. Johnny said I must have bumped my head. He said I'm not flying his drone. It's all right, Johnny. I was going to show you the Neo before we put up the review, but I'm not going to show it to you now. You have to wait.
Has anybody reported that they actually have a Neo in their hands, or?
No, they're not telling you under NDAs. I can tell you who's got them right.
Who?
Billy Kyle.
Mm.
I don't know.
Dobo. Probably Eddie Nunez. Now, Eddie Nunez probably not. 51 Drones Russ, he probably got one.
Mm-hmm.
Alien Drones got one. Potato Jet might even have one.
Yeah. That's what I'd say.
Aldrin.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'd be the most likely people.
Maybe Sean,
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
air photography.
yeah.
Mm.
And perhaps Dustin.
Don't know. Yep.
You're
Probably
saying
DC Rainmaker.
You said Dustin, not Justin, right?
No,
DM,
Dustin. Dustin Daniel.
DM Productions.
His name. A-R-I-A-N.
Yeah, just to be awkward, DM Productions, Darren, that leaked the Mini 3 Pro early last
Yeah.
year.
I remember that one.
Does most of his videos in Blackpool.
Yep.
Johnny said you must have bumped your head when you fell out of the chair.
Yeah. I can't fly his drone.
Johnny says
He
he
had
had
a
a
tooth
tooth
pulled
pulled and
today.
he's on medication. He said, so whatever I type, it could be bad.
Well, my disclaimer's up, John.
Probably what's it in Australia as well? What's he called? Oh,
Dan?
yeah, Dance Tube.
Yeah. He might.
Well, I would
Hey, Paul.
imagine the closer you get to China, the more likely you might have a chance of shot at one, right?
No. Doubt it.
Very limited the people outside of America that actually get them.
Yep.
Wackadoodle. Lay down.
No, go lay down.
Well, lay down.
What, baby? Why you back over here? Let me work. I'm working. Yeah, he's clingy. I was disappointed in the posters last year when I printed them out. The background came out darker than I wanted to.
Mm.
And I looked at it this year because I used the same mat from last year. And I had put a gradient over it. And I had that sucker at 100%. So I dropped it down to 25%. It'll look a lot better now. Because I don't want it bright, but I want a little darkness in it, So that the uniform stands up. I already see I'm gonna have one mistake on this. I already see it.
Hey, Joe,
Yes, yes,
did I tell you about Kevin upstairs?
no,
They took him out of here in the ambulance, took him to Portland Hospital, and then transferred him down to a Detroit Medical Center.
what for?
He's got a liver that's failing. They don't know if they can save it or not. He's got all kinds
Wow.
of issues.
You attended upstairs.
Yeah. The
Wow.
one that does me little favors here and there. So
That's
they don't
crazy.
know if he's gonna make it or not.
Wow.
I don't know what to say to him, I haven't talked to him.
Well, the liver is one of the easier things to transplant.
Well,
Yep.
here's the deal though, Mark.
Yeah,
Because
match one.
he's been a big drinker for years.
Yeah.
He has to be completely clean for 2 years before he even gets put on the transplant list.
Oh wow.
I don't think he can do it because he's been lying to us all along. He told us all that he quit drinking, and when they took him away, they found all kinds of bottles in his room. So
Mm.
it's an insidious disease.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to kick, drinking,
Yep.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's like when I went to give me blood sample to the nurse yesterday, and she said, "Do you drink?" I said, "Well, I do, but I don't." I said I had 1 pint of beer at my boss's funeral in July, and the time before that was at my auntie's funeral in February. So, not very often. The time before that was Christmas.
Yeah, I'll have one a week at most. One a week, one a fortnight.
I've never been a drinker.
No, I just occasionally have one.
I'm not even an occasional drinker. If I were to go someplace and they were serving drinks, they'd ask what I want. I say Pepsi or Coke or something like that. That's all.
Mm.
Not that I blame anybody else, but it never hit my button. It's just like smoking never hit my button either.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, when you were in the military, did you smoke?
Nope, never did.
A lot of them did, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, they got them for nothing, didn't they?
Yeah.
No, not really. Maybe when during World War II and that, but that's when they used to give them away. But people had to buy them. People had to buy them when I was in.
The thing
I
of it
just
is I
got
heard
it
like
in
even
this.
like during the Vietnam era, they used to, if the master sergeants or whatever would tell the grunts, take a break. If you smoke them, if you got them, smoke them. Hey, Rod, how's it going?
Right.
It goes.
My God.
I put something together in the wrong order on this drone. I gotta take it back apart. Do it again. Good news is it's only TPU.
Well, you only learn by getting things wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, if you can see it or not.
Oh yeah, you're working on it.
Yeah. Had to order a new flight controller. Maybe this will work. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. So I got a GPS unfortunately, the flight controller from my Cinelog didn't have enough UARTs to support a GPS. So
Ah.
I ended up ordering another board. Ooh, I'm sitting here thinking about it. See, this adapter.
Johnny Drone Flyer said hi to you, Rod.
Hi, Johnny. Fuck. This adapter is not gonna work right.
Air 3 units, Johnny says, are $179 a piece.
It'll work? No. Fuck, it's not gonna work. The damn screw is gonna be in the way of the fucking motor.
Hey, Joe,
solder
when
points.
you flew that drone and into the into the moss, have you flown it since? Does it fly all right? And
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, it really didn't hurt it.
Rod, I don't know if you heard it, but he flew it, and you got caught on some of that moss, you know, like in Louisiana that hangs in the trees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a place that Ken and I fly at that has that problem. Holy fuck. I think I just ran into a different problem. That flight controller may not work. This dumb thing's getting an adapter for a 20 by 20 to move it to 25, but the screws are in the way. Or I just run.
I'll be back.
Okay, I might be okay. I think I can run just 20 by 20. I don't know why he puts this 20 by 25 adapter in here. I think I'm okay. I think I can make it work. Now back to my project. Fixing what I screwed up in mounting this TPU. I don't know. I've been lots of little projects on my drones. Yesterday I got Betaflight updated on my GEP RC 4.2.
Mhm.
Maddie has my 3.6, putting it back together. Come on, you dumb thing. Well, I guess there's one way to go about doing this. Take it off the freaking frame.
Only bad thing about a green screen. I got one picture that's gonna give me fits. She's got a silver emblem on her. It's picking up the green. I gotta take the silver out of that.
Oh, not that one. Oh,
It's
whatever.
pain in the ass.
It works. There, to the outside. Taking the pictures is fun. Editing the pictures is not fun.
Well, every once in a while, I got to do something to.
I like video. I like flying the drone to take the video. I don't like editing the video nearly as much.
Now it's going to show green. I need to do a color overlay and match it to silver. Man, that worked out right off the bat.
So I do have a
It's
question
all-
for I do have a
Sometimes you
question.
get lucky.
Yeah, I do have a question for Johnny though. When's Johnny gonna start building his own? You know, everybody picked on me and went, you know, eventually you're gonna learn to build and solder and no, I'm not. Guess what I'm doing? Yeah, I am. They weren't wrong. Come on, Johnny, you gotta build one. So have your son-in-law build it. You know, my entire thing would have been easier if I'd just done it that way first and then screwed those on. I guess 2 more screws to come off.
Silvers, I'm gonna get it.
Come on, you can make it more silver. We know
I
you
can't.
can, Joe. Come on, Joe. We believe in you, Joe. Come
I'm
on.
trying to match it. I got the little edge of silver. I'm trying to match it to the edge of silver, but it's on the top, so you're gonna get a little green in the back. So it'll work.
Mm,
It's this freaking big. It's like a freaking size of a nickel. You know what I mean?
mm. Yeah, it's kind of like working on this drone. Same sort of
It's the
challenge.
size of a freaking nickel. Everybody else got gold on. Gold didn't pick up the green. I gotta look at the lieutenants. I gotta look at their shoulders now. Everybody else's shoulders I can see. I can see the lieutenant. I can see the mate, first lieutenant, second lieutenant. They're good. Sergeant mate, all the gold came out. This one, I think she headed back to, and when you look at it, she headed back to for it wasn't centered right. That's why I picked up the green.
Johnny, yes, I knew that the pricing had dropped on the O3s. They're trying to sell inventory out. We'll get the O4s by the end of the year. Not anytime soon. They're just starting to sell them. They push them now to get it sold out.
Turn that inventory, right?
Yep.
So,
That's what it's about if you're a manufacturer.
Oh,
Like I said, we'll take it under advisement. Thank you. Now Sarah called. She was like, "Can you put the oven to 400?" I was like, "We'll take it under advisement. Thank you for your input."
What'd she say?
well,
She said,
you have a
"God, you
black eye when you get
infuriate
on.
me." She said, "You infuriate the hell out of me." I said, "Thank you for your concerns."
This may be recorded, right? They say this may be recorded.
Well, I tell you what, tomorrow you better put your camera on. We don't want to see that black eye.
This may be recorded for any future divorce proceedings.
So anyways, Johnny, yeah, if you ever think you're gonna build some more, at least O3s, buying one or two would be useful. Actually, just having one or two spares in case you fry one and be a good idea too.
So Lance got his new headphones and we tested them out on the game. Works perfectly.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. It was just that cheap headset. That's all it was.
Hmm.
It didn't have any kind of noise suppression built into them, so it was literally picking up its own headset on its own mic and
Hmm.
causing an echo. Like the speakers on the headset were literally being picked up by the mic on the headset.
Wow.
So he went to Walmart and got that pair of HyperX and works like a charm, dude. He sounds perfect. He even said that the noise sounds better, like you can actually hear now. Because he said the volume was super low on the old ones and he was having trouble hearing. Yeah, way better. And they're wireless too, so
What
he's
did
not
what did
Yeah.
it
plugged in no
cost
more.
them, do you know?
I think they were like 79.
Anyways, Mark, I saw. Here, come on, come on. Oh, come on, you stupid camera. Even putting it on white. Ah, there it goes. So the little O3 holder actually fits in between the front and the back TPU. And I put in the front and the back TPU on before I put the O3 thing in. Oops.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And Lance just won his first game with us.
Living
Oh,
land.
Lance won a game?
Yep.
You won a game?
Yeah, he just won a game
Wow.
with us.
I didn't know Seattle won any games.
Fortnite.
Yeah, I know. I'm teasing.
I'm not a gamer, so I don't know.
Lance seems to be very interested in doing some gaming, so I don't mind helping him out.
Well, you can't fly a drone, so you need to take up something you can do.
Oh, there we go. There it is.
Feel the burn. Hi, Laura.
So did Laura smoke all you guys or what?
Oh, we play on a team. We won together.
Oh, okay.
Lance lasted till the last 4 people, and then he ended up getting killed. But it was just because he got stuck in the storm, so it wasn't because somebody killed him.
See, I told you, the only time I've ever played, my daughter got mad and threw the controller down, so they threw me her controller, and I said, I don't know how to play it. And they said, just stay up, just try to stay alive. And I got stuck in the storm, and they won, so I've only played it once and never lost, so I'm never playing again.
Yeah, because technically, if your
Undefeated.
team wins, it counts for you too. So
I'm undefeated in Fortnite, you know. So, who else can say that
Lance, at the current state.
right now? But if he plays again, he won't be. So I'm never playing again.
That headset worked out good for him. I'm glad we figured it out.
Although I probably shouldn't be putting this TPU on because I'm going to need it out of the way to put the motherboard on or to put the flight controller in.
What, did he sort his old one out, or did he go and buy a new one?
He got a whole new headset. It was just having a cheapy headset did that. It was just the way it was made. It was made crappy.
And not all of them have noise canceling.
Yeah, and it was literally picking up its own feed, which is
Yeah,
you can't
that's
really
pretty
do
normal.
nothing
That's
for
pretty
that.
normal on those that do that.
So I told him, well, he does the live stream. He likes to get on panels and stuff and use the headsets. And I was like, well, if you're going to do that, even if you're not gaming, it still wouldn't hurt to invest in a good headset. So
Yeah, I agreed.
Nah, that's because his computer's in his bedroom, innit? He don't want to wake the wife up when he's there.
I don't know where his computer's located, to be honest with you. I guess it's in his room. I don't know.
Well, he kept on saying that he didn't want to wake the wife up.
Well, that's why I use the headset, because our bed is literally on the other side of my computer.
Yeah.
My computer desk runs along one side of our bed, so
Uh-huh.
So even though I'm gonna have to, oh crappy. Oh well. I forgot to put that part back on. Oops. No wonder it was going on so nice. I think I'm gonna take this frame up. I think I'm gonna take this thing apart about 10 times.
Hmm.
Well, there's good news to that, Mark. That means I'll know how it goes together
Well, yeah.
by the time
Yeah,
I'm done.
Yeah, do it with your eyes shut.
Mm-hmm. That is the interesting part with the builds that I've seen from people in the past. The order, just getting things installed in the right order so that you don't like paint yourself in a corner.
Yeah.
Potentially can be a little tricky.
You want to watch somebody build one? Watch Gelato.
what?
He's a guy up, I think he's in Philly somewhere, and he's autistic, and he's so meticulous about the way he tells you what he's doing and the way he builds it, and he can be on live stream just literally building a drone for a couple of hours.
Yeah, Mitch, old guy in a drone, used to do that.
Yeah.
Now he talks about carnivore.
Now he's old guy carnivore.
Mhm. And the interesting part about that is his channel grew a lot after he did that
Oh yeah.
by thousands.
Yeah. And all he does is cook steak, bacon, and eggs.
Mhm.
His fridge is empty, other than steak, bacon, eggs, and milk.
Mm.
Come on, you dumbass thing. Slide through there. That's fine. We'll take the front screws out too. Must have just take the whole thing apart. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself anyways. Because I need that part out of the way in order to put the flight controller on. We'll see when Pyrodrone gets it to me. Usually it's about 2 days shipping from them, and they're in California. Just the interesting part. Come on. Stupid screw. Screw stuck in my socket. Ah, there we go. Jesus. It's trying to be a pain in the butt. I wanted to get more done.
Here's Johnny.
Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
What's up, Johnny?
What's up, Johnny?
Come on, Johnny.
Mark.
Start building your own, damn it.
Getting ready for the show. Hey, you don't build. You watch Maddie build.
I wanted to get more done.
Mark or Johnny, you got the stream playing in the background.
Here's Johnny.
You what?
Hey, Johnny.
Oh,
Johnny.
what's up, Johnny?
Come on, Johnny. Start building your own, damn it.
Getting ready for the show. Hey, you don't build. You watch Maddie build.
Echo.
I wanted to get more.
There you go. Hey, Mark, if you want that to read correctly, you got to mirror the image in the settings of Zoom. You can mirror your picture.
I did mirror the image.
Well, it's backwards.
Then unmirror it.
All right.
You mirrored it on
Well,
purpose?
I had to mirror it because it was backwards when I looked at it on here.
Anyways,
I can
There you go.
see it the right way round.
Joe,
Well, that's interesting.
Joe, did you
Sure.
read the letter I sent you?
Which letter?
I sent it to your phone.
Oh, no. I got it turned off. I was at the school.
We all knew this was gonna happen. When you read it, you'll see. It come from the US government.
That is weird. I suppose it could be because I'm using the front facing camera.
Oh, yeah, I knew that was
It might
coming.
be, yeah.
I
Yeah.
know, I mean, we all
Yeah, I
said
think that must be it.
What happened? What is it?
Randall Warner's got a letter from the government saying
yeah,
that
Anzu.
Anzu.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the first thing I said. You know, like it just can't be that easy. Just get a license agreement, and I don't know, but it's
An
kind of
employee of one.
huh?
An employee of one, Andy's not paying any royalties to DJI. So
Oh,
it literally
heard.
makes
Yeah.
literally makes no business sense from normally how these deals go
Yeah,
down.
I mean, he had to pay something for licensing and stuff.
No,
Wait, hold on. What?
that's
what
why the
happened?
government. That's why the government's investigating because he's not paying royalties.
Hold on. What happened?
It's not a normal. It's not a normal business deal. That's the.
Well,
that's
what
why
did
they're
he do?
going.
Tell Justin what he did.
Well, that
So
Yeah.
they're going to investigate him because the deal that he has with DJI is not a normal standard business deal
Mm.
in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, start from the beginning because I have no idea what you're talking about.
So
kind of a business deal
Anzu
does he have?
Anzu is essentially a fucking white box clone of DJI's enterprise drones here in the US.
Randall, Justin Randall was the CEO of Autel. Then he started this Anzu. Basically, all it is a Mavic 3 painted green.
Yeah, it looked like a
Okay, yeah, I
frog.
remember those. Yeah.
Hermit E frog.
Well, anyway, so he's got a letter from the government saying, "Hey, you know what's funny? He was on Build a Drone Reviewers show. They watched it. The Senate, some of the Congress.
Anyways, normally in a white box thing, the company who does it will take care of the manufacturing and do everything and pay royalties back to the company that they're getting the IP from. The deal in this case that is so fucked up, and this is why the government is they're gonna shut him down, is he's not paying royalties. So he's not paying any copyright royalties, which would normally be how these business deals go down for this thing.
Right.
And he didn't do anything with the manufacturing. DJI worked with the supplier in Singapore to do the manufacturing for him. So he's literally sitting there just collecting money for the most part.
They put together in Malaysia, I believe it is.
Yeah, Malaysia. Sorry,
Yeah.
Malaysia. Yeah.
I mean,
But DJI works with them, not
Okay,
not
so-
Warner.
but I'm saying DJI is shipping them to probably 2 guys in a garage in Malaysia, and then they're sending them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the
But what
whole
does the
deal
US
is not a normal
government
deal.
what does the U.S. government have to do with it if this is between China and Malaysia business?
Well, here's the deal, Justin. If they ban DJI drones, it's still a DJI drone, just in a white box, like Rob said. It's just.
Oh yeah. Okay,
It's
yeah.
not
'cause I
made in
was saying,
China.
okay, I was saying the same thing when I first heard about that drone. I was like, that's going to be covered in the language of the bill.
Right. Yeah, I would.
Not necessarily. If it was a
It
normal
just gets
white
interesting from
box
here on in.
situation where the company was just paying a royalty back to DJI and building everything themselves, I don't
But
think
the
there's anything
bill-
that they could have done about it.
But I think there was language in there saying they don't want any money being connected to DJI. And
Well,
that's where the royalty thing would come into play because
Yeah, well, you know how that works. They
there's
pay a
money
royalty
stream.
to the manufacturer in Malaysia, and then
Hold on,
they
hey,
pay DJI. That's how these companies get around this shit all the time.
I got an urgent message from Laura. She said, "Tell Joe to shut up." Oh, Joe.
But yeah,
Well, at least she's found someone else to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we were talking about that with the whole money trail thing, and if I'm not mistaken, when Donald, because Donald kind of dived into it when we were talking about it that one day, and he was
David,
reading it, and in
Laura.
the language in there, it pretty much
Oh,
states
just
that they don't
David.
want any money trail going back to China at all, even
Wow.
through shell companies and stuff like that. So
Mm.
I don't. That's where I said that deal wouldn't work out because there's still some kind of money trail going to China at some point. But
Good
I don't
luck
know, we'll have to
chasing
wait
it.
and see.
Just like the whole Russian oil thing. There's an entire shadow fleet moving their oil around. So,
That doesn't mean that the U.S. government doesn't know about it, though. I mean, there's things that I'm sure that they know.
but that
they
just means legally they can't do anything about it.
right.
Well, I know.
Even if they
know
don't like it, unless they're going to send the Navy over and
the first time I ever heard it, I'm just like, it just can't be that easy that, you know, they have a ban. And then here's the deal. If DJI doesn't get banned, why would you buy an Anzu drone? I'm just saying, you know, like,
Mhm.
Well, I always
Yep.
said DJI would probably be smarter just kind of having an American company make software here and just sending the drones here, have them install the software, because it's mainly the software that they're bitching about, not the
the
hardware.
software is the software is the security issue.
right.
Well, and it's just like I said, people are like, well, they're going to stop making, iPhones and Samsungs and stuff in China. I'm like, it's not the hardware that the government bitches about. When if there's hardware being made in China, but it's being run by American software, they don't care. It's the software is what they bitch about. That's their main concern. They don't give a shit where stuff's built at. It's just what software is running that product at the end of the day.
Like Rod said a long time, they just need to make an agreement on who stores it and you know where the information goes, and don't worry. Like you said, Justin, the drone is the least of the worry. The drone itself, you know, it's the software.
Right.
And just because the U.S. can't build a drone as good as the one they build in China, well, you know why they want to just knock them off the block, you know?
And it's not to say they couldn't. It's just like most of us have said before, the American, whatever drone companies are in the U.S., they don't give a shit about the everyday user.
I see
They
Skydio's got something coming out. Huh, Rod? Do you see that?
They want
Mm-mm.
fat military contracts.
I'll be honest. I'm paying almost zero attention to freaking drone crap anymore.
Here you go, Rod. Look, here you go. I built this. I built every bit of this.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean?
Yeah, I remember who you said built that for you. Mm-hmm.
Hey, guess what though? Matt ordered the 03 air unit at that price, and I had bought him everything but the air unit. I bought the extra frame, I bought the motors. I said, well, Matt, you got to buy your own air unit now. But hey, at 179, that's pretty substantial savings.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I mean, you could build this drone now for probably, I don't know. This you might could build this for under $400, you know.
Are the air units easy to get? Because wasn't there a shortage on those?
There was
about
a
year ago
shortage
or
for a
something?
while.
Yeah, you get it
Yeah.
on now.
They're not hard to find now.
Nope. But I mean, for
How
that,
much does one cost?
look at this one right here. This was $229 for this 03 air unit. So I'm now getting a couple of them for $179 a piece. So that's a lot of money, you know.
Yeah, that's a big
But
price of difference.
what they $229 or $239?
Yeah, about 230. They were close to 250 at one point.
So I mean, for $179, that's you're talking about $60, you know.
Yeah, that's a big difference in
You can
price.
that way you can order your stack, you know, for $60 or less, you know, like this. So
Depends.
Well, look at frickin' webcams during COVID were ridiculous. A 922, just your basic Logitech 922 was like a $30 camera 4 or 5 years ago.
yeah.
And then damn COVID hit, and all of a sudden that was a $100 camera. They were
Yes, 'cause
ridiculous.
everybody was
Some
using 'em.
people were selling them for like $120, $150 for a damn
Joe.
Logitech.
Joe, you didn't hear my message. You stepped away again?
No, I got the stupid thing.
Huh? Joe.
I heard it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I heard it. I'm just, I'm just thinking. I think you got the raw end of this deal because she's communicating with you.
Look here.
To be honest, we don't have to tell Joe anymore. He's been told it that much.
Look.
He's
Right, I
hearing
know.
it in his
But
sleep.
but you got to realize, if she's communicating with you, I win.
Joe's in there in
It's
his
a win-win
sleep
here.
waking. Joe's waking up in the middle of the night. No, shut up, Lori. You shut up.
Okay, chaps, I gotta jump off, so I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, catch you later, Dominic.
Bye
Later,
bye.
Dominic.
Later, Dominic.
Better when she says it, not types it.
Yeah. Set up,
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna do a British female voice on Alexa, so that I can say, "Tell me to shut up." Say,
Yeah.
"Shut up,
Oh.
Joe."
Johnny, I had a really good bet you could make with Joe. If you
Yeah.
if you take your Avada backwards through that tugboat, Joe has to give you his Avada for $1. What do you think?
I don't know about that.
50 cents then? Is $1 too much?
Huh.
It's like, I don't want to pay the $1.
Joe Fodolio took a picture of the pole that Joe hit.
But
That wasn't the pole.
Like-
I know that's why he took a picture. He just took a picture. I mean, Joe
Yeah,
said
that means the pole's gone.
it is gone.
Yeah, I can't
But
believe that.
no, so you do some good editing skills. You just reverse the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that he can't. I don't go worry about that. Johnny can't edit.
That's true.
I still reckon you need a new background. USA drone crasher.
Yeah. Joe, I just
Bill crasher.
act like I can't edit. That way I don't have to edit.
I crashed yesterday.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, that stupid piece of moss. When I had control of it. Turned around right into the moss, and when it hit the moss, I thought I had control of it. It just went down. I actually had to use the beeper to find it.
See, moss don't grow on a busy street. See, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I actually had to go over there and press the button to beep it to find it because I couldn't find it.
Wow. Where was that at?
Right there at Fairview. It was
Okay.
out in the open field, but I couldn't tell exactly where it was. And it was still upside down. I was going to do turtle mode, but I said, no, I don't want, I might tear up a prop. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. I might, I don't know. I got it. I just took a pain pill. I had that tooth yanked this morning, so it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny, you know, you've heard Joe say that somebody else flew your drone. You didn't fly your own drone.
Yeah, I heard him say that. I mean, look, I let him and Lance win for a couple weeks. You know, I'm just saying, you know.
Well, that's the kind of guy you are, Johnny, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to steal the thunder from everybody.
In other words, let them be big in their own minds, right?
I ain't gonna lie to you. When it started going right through there, it's like, ooh, Lord, it's kind of tight up in here. Hey, what's
Every
really,
time I've got
if you try to go through them little porthole, go through that one and go through out the other one, now that would be pretty tough.
yeah.
Well, Lance is
Every
in the
time I
chat
got
now.
close, I got a wind warning, so that's why I never do it.
Hey,
do-
Lance,
We'll do it with the little Neo.
join the
Keep it,
panel,
Lance.
Lance. I got room for you.
Come on and test your new headset on Zoom.
Oh, he got a new headset?
Yeah, he went and got that HyperX at Walmart today.
Yeah, only because Justin broke the other one.
That other headset, I told him to take it out like Office Space and beat the shit out of it with a baseball bat in the
You
middle of the
play.
field.
You called him up. We heard you. You played around with his settings. It never worked again.
I tried everything to try to
Driving
make that other
Yeah,
headset
we know.
work.
You tried everything to break it, and now you're getting commission for selling a new headset. We know
I mean,
it works.
if I got commission for everything I had somebody buy because on recommendation, I would be rich.
I just got 14 cents on upside. Somebody bought gas.
Yeah,
You get a penny a gallon.
that's not bad.
Yeah, but I had about 100 referrals.
14 cents. I went to Costco yesterday, and because the gas station's open, it was $2.65 a gallon
When's the store open?
today. It opened today.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, I haven't been there.
Yeah, I bet
And
you.
again, like I said, I went to Sam's about 2 weeks ago, got gas, and the pumps were almost. Remember I told you the pumps were giving us trouble.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I filled it up, and it almost didn't start again. So that means that little whatever they had in their gas messed up that little freaking valve. So now I'm gonna have to go get a valve and take the manifold off and change it.
They're all their filters on the pumps needs changing. And when the pump's slow, that's normally what it is. I used to have that convenience store, and I'd have to change them about once every 30 days. You got to change them. It looks just like an oil. It's a water filter. You know, it'll filter
Well,
out.
it's something that's doing it. It started it better this time, but it still gave me that little hesitation.
That was the best ball of
I'm gonna
string
have
you ever
to-
bought, Russell.
I'm
You
gonna have to
filling
go
it with-
buy. I'm
Yep.
gonna have to buy the part. It's a cheap part. It's like $12. But like I said, you got to take the manifold off to get to it.
All right, dudes, I'm gonna hop off and go get ready for my show. I'll be listening.
Catch you later.
Alright.
Yeah,
Y'all can talk about me. It's okay.
Johnny, you
Have a
have a
good
good
night.
time.
All right, later.
How's the orders coming along, Jeff?
What?
How's the orders coming along?
Oh, it stopped.
I don't have an Amazon link, Dusty. I actually need one. I don't have one now. He actually has his own Amazon link. Jason does. He's got an affiliate link. I don't have one.
By the way, Laura's supposed to be giving you
Oh
her
God, Russell.
Justin.
What?
Laura's supposed to be giving you her Amazon Prime thing for Twitch.
Twitch, Amazon Prime.
I don't
What?
know what it does. Apparently, it gives you some extra revenue from your adverts or something.
Okay. I'll
You have
talk
to speak to her
about
and see what it does.
Yeah.
I think Amber has it at the moment, or
I'll ask her tomorrow about it when I talk to her.
oh, have you
Johnny
got
said he has
subscription
the link.
switched on Twitch?
Oh. I don't know. I'll have to look. I think I do because I got a free channel membership from Amber's channel one day when somebody donated some.
He thinks he does, Laura.
Because I was gifted a channel membership to Amber's channel a couple months ago. So I'm assuming I have it turned on. You would have to turn that on in order to have that. I only try to help people, Dusty. I really ain't trying to make money off of them.
I don't know what it is, but every time I see caravans in this game, I just want to ram them.
Oh, well done.
I don't even know. Does the affiliate links give you a discount as a purchaser on Amazon, or is it just to give you money? I don't know
It
how
just
those
gives
work.
you money, doesn't it?
I don't know. I'll have to look into it if it's like Epic's link, because Epic, it just gives me money. It doesn't give you a discount, which I think is stupid. I think if you're using a creator code,
Well,
you
if
should
you
get some
buy
kind of
something
discount.
through your own affiliate link, you get the discount that way.
Yeah, I think that's how you have to do it.
I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I'm not sure.
Got one kid here, don't know how to freaking write.
I
And
wish,
they got his
Dusty.
name. Thank God I shoot their pictures every year. Maybe it's in another one. I go find it.
Well, you
22.
lost the picture you're looking for?
No, I got one of the kids I shot today. I can't make
Uh-huh.
out his last name. I think it's McGirt, McGurt, but it looks, yeah, it's got to be it. I know it is because I think there's a McGirt.
McGirt? I mean, that sounds right, but I don't know.
Yeah, but it almost looks like GUWT the way he's got it made. And I'm hoping that I looked at last year and I didn't have his picture in Junior OTC. I'm gonna look the year back.
I mean, does the spelling have to be correct? Like, is his name on any of the pictures or anything?
Yeah, it's got to be correct.
Well, do you
Well,
have
they
a
gotta prove it.
number? Well, I'm saying you
They
got a
gotta
phone
prove it.
number for each parent, right? Just call them up and ask them. Say, hey, I need to get a
No,
correct
this
spelling on your last name.
is something I shot today. I don't have numbers for nobody. So I'll
Okay.
give it to him to proofread and tell him check this name, see if it's right. 'Cause I can fix it before I put the order in. But I'd like to not have to do it. You know,
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I'm saying. I was gifted a membership
Oh.
to Amber's channel. I don't know. Just, well, I'll talk to you about it tomorrow, Laura.
the master sergeant should know, shouldn't he?
yeah, but I don't want. It's gonna be harder to get in touch with him right now. I'm going back to look at the extractions from last year or 2 years ago. Like I said, I may find it real quick.
Yeah, or just call up to the school and tell them you need a, you're trying to proof the last name to make sure it's spelled correctly.
Nah, I got a couple of days. I can fix it. MC, nope, there's no McGirt in 2022. He's a senior now. That's what's throwing me off.
You have any of the yearbooks or no? Good looking there. You get a yearbook every year from the school or no?
I didn't get last year's. I think I got the year before.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. I understand that, Laura, and I was gifted some kind of channel membership on Amber's channel on Twitch about a month or two ago. So I'm assuming that it's turned on if I was able to get that. Because Tim bought a few, I think it was Tim or somebody else, one of her channel members bought a couple subscriptions for her channel, kind of like the YouTube memberships, and I was gifted one of them. So I'm assuming that's turned on, but I can double check with you tomorrow. I'll go on my Twitch and double check it. You can show me where to go to look for it.
Hey, Joe,
Yes, sir.
tell
Yes, sir.
Justin about you having
Yeah.
a little nap this afternoon.
Yeah, I was up in the room. I had an hour gap between when I shot and then when they no McGirt. When I shot and I had the next class coming in, so I was sitting back in the chair. I was kicked back and fell asleep, rolled off on the floor.
Oh, he might have not have been a student at that school. Maybe he moved or something, you know? He could be a
Yeah.
new student.
Hey, rolled
The
out
name
of the
looks
chair
familiar.
sleeping.
Yeah, I rolled out that chair onto the floor. It's a rubber floor. And when I hit the floor, I just said, "Oh hell with it." Just laid there and went to sleep.
Why not?
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, I'll
Okay.
just do McGirt and ask him about it.
All right. Well, like I said, Laura, you can show me tomorrow and I'll go in my settings and check it.
Well, that looks like a W though.
They got a what's it? A website.
No. It wouldn't have the student names on it.
Yeah. Yes. Well, if you said you got a couple days, you can always go up there. Just get a correct spelling on it.
Oh.
Maybe old, but I gotta see the world before it went to shit. What's up, Michael? It's hanging a little to the left today.
Wing, baby.
Yeah, I just sent it to Master Guns. Asked me what.
That's the storms.
Yeah, I just told Master Guns, let me know what he knows. I hate to have to redo it. See, it looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
MC capital G U W T.
The Guit.
Yeah, that's a weird name. I don't think it's that.
Well, I guarantee it's a GU. And then it looks like a T on the end. Maybe. It looks like a WT.
That's why when you tell these kids to fill this stuff out, you say, make sure you write legibly, please.
Uppercase
And then
only.
they do. They actually put allegedly. Little
Yeah.
bastards.
Everybody else I can read.
You should say uppercase only.
Block capitals.
Same thing.
Well, I don't have an issue when it comes to Master Guns. When it's his people, this was the colonel. So the colonel doesn't give me a list. But if the colonel would have gave me a type list, I wouldn't have an issue with it.
Mm-hmm.
Master Guns gives me a class list, each class, and he goes through it and marks the people out that aren't there. So I don't have to, because I use that list and I put the first number down and keep them in that order. That way I can identify them fast. Because I don't have numbers to go by and nothing else. Well, like I said, it's going to be on here, set up to where I can go back and just change it. It's not going to be an issue.
Well, tell everybody how the colonel dealt with all the kids.
Yeah, he was on that case today. Reminded me of boot camp. He told the kid, he said, I tell you, one of them came up, didn't have their ribbons on. He said, you don't have any ribbons? He said, how about 3? Where are they? At home. Well, you knew about this a week ago. He said, so why don't you have your ribbons on your uniform? You know you're supposed to have the ribbons on the uniform. And she said, I forgot them this morning. She says, well, you're going to get the picture without the ribbons. You don't even have your rank on it. So you're going to take that picture just of the plain blouse, just in the top of the dress blues. You're not going to have anything you earned on it. So that it's not my picture. You know, that's just life. We're not reshooting it. He said, so that's the picture you're going to have. So when your dad takes it and puts it in your garage, you know, that's where it goes.
You guys don't do retake days?
No, not for this. There's only 14 kids. They come in and that's it, you know. I did a retake last year for one girl. She's probably the most decorated ever at Junior OTC because her mama could not stand her hairdo. Went back and I had 3 other kids that couldn't be there the first day that we were going to do a retake day. So she came back and redid it with a different hairdo.
Nice backup job, David.
Thanks.
I'd have knocked both those trailers over by now.
Yeah, you drive that like you fly drones, huh?
You see me driving any game.
One motor.
Yeah, we're gonna try this. We're gonna go cadet. What the hell is he? Lance Corporal, maybe. He's a private too. That's even worse.
Yeah, so Thomas has to go to a football game tomorrow for ROTC. He has another football
Oh,
game
Thomas is in
tomorrow night.
ROTC?
Yeah, he has been in for the last 2 years.
Wow. Does he like it?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't want to do it the first year, and then he did it, and then he was kind of hesitant about this year, but then he decided he wanted to do it again. So, yeah, we're letting him choose for himself, and he picked both years. So, yeah, seems to like it. And he just joined chess club. He's in the chess club now.
It actually could be, well, it could also be GURO.
Yeah, that's all I said. Thomas is like a real life Sheldon Cooper.
These,
Honestly-
it looks like you got the perfect U that looks like a W, and it looks like a line with a T in it. Mother freak. Y'all can see it. Let's see, where's that?
So you're saying he's going to be a doctor because of his signature?
Okay.
Oh God,
So
yeah.
this
Some
one-
doctors got like the worst
it's not
penmanship.
you-
This one right here, on this line right here. You can't make out the last name.
Why are they? It almost looks like, are they writing them in cursive?
No,
Why are they not
couple of them
printing them? That looks.
He did.
That doesn't look like print. They all look like they were in cursive.
yeah, a couple of them, most of them did it in cursive, but I know most of them. This one I just, and I remember a McGirt, Gurt. So I'm thinking that's what it is.
But I mean, if you got a couple of days to figure it out, I wouldn't rush it, just so you don't have to.
Well, I'll
redo it.
give them to him tonight and tell him in the morning to let me know if that one's spelled right. Because I couldn't tell. It looked like it could have been. I'll tell him the 3 spellings I thought it could have been. I'm gonna put RT on it. 'Cause I don't think it's RT. I think it's WT.
Watch him come back with a different last name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
it's
was it?
supposed to be Wilson. The
Smith.
hell? Spells McGirt.
I had one like that last year. What was it? There was a kid last year. He put down, he wrote down his name as Field, Field, like this. And he forgot the S off the end of it. They said, you spelled it wrong. It's Fields. He wrote it. He wrote it. He misspelled his name.
Pretty bad when you misspell your own name.
You ought to see this one kid I got in football. I can't even pronounce it. It starts with
under your name.
it's like 11 letters, starts with a P, and got almost every letter in the alphabet in it. Like PIEDAUSKQER or something like that.
Sounds like
I
a
had to look at it 5 times.
Hawaiian name.
Oh, the kid's white. You know,
Yeah, it's probably Eastern European, Polish, Czechoslovakian, or something weird.
it was crazy. Telling you, this was pissing me off. I'm gonna say it's WT. I think it's WT, mother. I'm gonna put WT because the names are in a line that I go back and change. You know, I make sure each kid when I'm doing this was only 13. I make the poster with the name. Then I go to the next one. I make the kid with the name. So if something's wrong, I go back and fix it without having to retype it. And I lock them in so they don't move. It's just a safe way to do things. Because you never know, you might have to change something, and then you got to go back and change all of them. So it's better to have it all there, so it can take a couple minutes to change, than to go through an hour's worth of change.
Hey,
Because
Joe.
I learned that from the Colonel. Colonel a couple years got me. A couple years ago got me. I had a Marine Corps emblem that I had made up and put It said Mandeville Junior ROTC and had it all on there, nice and pretty. It looked beautiful. And he said, I don't want to use that. He said, I want to use our logo. And I said, I didn't know y'all had one. And he sent it to me, so I used their logo on it. So I had to redo every one of them. It was like 16. But now I make sure I put the file where everybody's on it with their names in the same place. So all I have to do is unclick something, click it back, change it, and I'm finished.
And you got to actually watch out for using military logos because they're actually copyrighted.
Right.
They actually have their own copyrights on all those
But-
logos, like the Air Force and the Marines and
But
Navy.
because it's Junior ROTC at Mandeville, I could put on there and get away with it because it's still Marine Corps Junior ROTC sanctioned. So the Marine Corps emblem on there would be fine. Theirs
Well, I mean,
the
Marine Corps would look like a bunch of dicks, though, if they came after you guys for using it anyway. I don't think they would.
Oh, I know, because
at the end
they
of the day.
sanctioned the Junior ROTC. What
Well, I mean, even
Mandeville
if they-
has, Mandeville is a special logo they made up.
Even if they didn't, though, I don't think they would ever do anything, though. It's not like you're making millions of dollars off of it or anything. It's literally just going on a few kids' photos at a school.
Yeah.
I assume that TC is the training corps. What the hell does the RO stand for?
Reserve Officer Training Corps.
Yeah. I knew I didn't have to say that. I knew you beat me to it.
Now, do they do that where, like, say the kids do 4 years of that in high school and then they decide to go in the military? Do they get to move up like one rank when they come in for doing
It
that?
usually gives them an extra rank. They usually
That's what I
are
thought.
guaranteed PFC getting out of boot camp. So that
'Cause I
in
think-
boot camp, you could actually come out as a Lance Corporal if you do it right.
Because I think they used to do that if you were an Eagle Scout and Boy Scouts too, right? And you'd go in the military, you'd get an extra rank, I think, too. I don't know if they still do, but I thought that was a thing back in the day with Eagle Scouts. I don't know. I'll have to ask Jason because he's actually a troop leader. He'd know.
Jason does everything, huh?
Yeah,
What's up,
I don't know
Jim?
if he's still. I think he still
think
does
he
Boy
packed
Scouts.
in. I think he was saying the other day that his son was in them for a while, but packed in, so he doesn't do it anymore.
Oh yeah, I mean the amount of Eagle Scouts that actually, kids that actually become Eagle Scouts is very minimal, because most of them when they hit high school is when they leave Boy Scouts, because a lot of them don't stick to it once they hit high school because they get into girls and sports at school and other things, and yeah, you lose a lot of kids when they start going into high school.
That's why you have dual guides.
So Eagle Scouts are, you might only have like one for every 100 freaking Boy Scouts that you actually train or do whatever you want to call it. Same with Girl Scouts. Girl
Gut, that's what
Scouts tend to
I think
lose.
that might be right.
They tend to lose a lot around middle school age. That's when a lot of girls will quit Girl Scouts.
That's because they want to join Boy Scouts.
Yeah, we don't call it Girl Scouts. We call it Girl Guides.
Are they affiliated with the Girl Scouts of America? Because they have troops in other
I don't know.
countries. Because the Girl Scouts here actually have troops that are in other countries. And some of the poorer countries, like that, they can't afford, like they can't really afford to do like the cookie selling like they do over here. The girls will actually donate. People can buy a box of cookies, but not actually get a box. And then they can donate it. And then the Girl Scouts will send that money to the other troops, like overseas.
I don't know
or-
about ours being affiliated to you. I think yours are affiliated to ours.
I don't
I'm
know
pretty
how.
sure that Baden Powell, that formed the Scout movement, was British.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm more curious if they actually are affiliated with each other or not. Because, like I said, the Girl Scouts do have troops in other countries.
I think Mark's right.
They're worldwide. And it was Lord Baden Powell that formed them.
Because like when Kelsey used to do a lot of the cookie sales, you get a lot of older people that, you know, couldn't eat the cookies because of like medical issues and stuff like that, but they wanted to support the Girl Scouts.
Diabetes and false teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, so they would come and they'd say, "Oh, I'll buy 4 boxes," but they didn't want the cookies, and so the money would get donated as a donated box, and
Mm.
then they would send those cookies over to the other Girl Scouts and other, you know, countries overseas, and then they would get to use those cookies to
I
sell for
don't think we
money and
do the
all that.
cookie sales over here, do we, Mark?
Not that I know of. No.
Oh, that's a big thing over here.
Mind you, I haven't done anything regarding that since I left Cubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Edward looked it up. He said only 6% make Eagle Scouts and Boy Scouts. I just looked it up. That's why I said it's very little because not a lot of boys will stick to it after middle school.
But we have quite a few groups, don't we? Because we also have Boys and Girls Brigade.
Yeah,
It's more like a marching band.
yeah, they're the
Jim's-
band one. But we
Jim
start
said
off
guides and
with
scouts are an age difference.
Beavers, Cubs, then what the girls one's called?
Bitches.
No, before they go into the guides, there's another one, but I can't remember what it's called now. But then you've got
Yeah,
the
so
and the guides, and then you've got I think you've got one beyond the Scouts, but I don't know what it's called. It's not Eagle Scouts anyway. And then a lot of them do the Duke of Edinburgh Award.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it cool off for a minute.
Brownies, that's what they call
That's the one.
brownies.
Brownies is like just a certain age group within the Girl Scouts.
Yeah, that's right. It's before they become guides. Yeah.
Yeah, they have different
Big
ones. They
girl.
call it
Yeah,
brownies. And I can't
Cubs
remember all of
become
them.
Boy Scouts and brownies become Girl Guides. But they have an even younger one than that, which is the Beavers.
No, Jim, I was not in the Girl Scouts. Smart ass. I was never even in the Boy Scouts.
It was in between the Scouts.
Me and Thomas were actually did Boy Scouts one year, but me and him both didn't like it because the people that were running it were very wealthy people and they were super fucking just uptight. Like the whole troop was. Like it was a bunch of like doctors and lawyers and shit that ran it. And they were a bunch of assholes, man. And it was like every other day they wanted fucking $200 for this, $300 for that. I was like, dude, we can't afford this. And Thomas wasn't enjoying it because like he just didn't get along with any of. Like I said, it was just that the type of environment these people made it. It just wasn't enjoyable. So me and him just, you know, we gave up on it after the first year. Didn't want to do it anymore.
Fuck is up with these feet?
Yeah, but they were always wanting money all the fucking time for shit. It was crazy. Every week we'd go to a meeting and they'd be like, all right, we need, you know, $150 to do this project or $200 to do this. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah. I was like, no.
Yeah, and they had a meeting. What can we use for our party fund at the weekend?
Yeah, dude, it was ridiculous, dude. They were always asking for money for something. And it was always like a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah, and the jamboree, and then going on camp. I bet they didn't go on camps if they were that posh. They went glamping instead, probably.
Yeah, it was just like I said, the people that were running it were very uptight and very rude people. And that's one of the reasons why we didn't keep doing it.
They often are in the scouts and that. There's always some knob at the top.
I mean, shit, really, at the end of the day, the only ones that could damn
Stop.
afford it were people with
No.
money. The way I saw, at least from my point of view of seeing it from the one scout we were in.
That's why I got kicked out of Sunday school on the first day. Because when they said it was free, and then they went, "Now we need to raise money for this," and I was like, "Well, this is Sunday school. Why can't we just ask God for it?" And I got told that was blasphemy and was kicked out.
Didn't even have Sunday school.
They actually, our church, when I was growing up, had their own version of Boy Scouts, and it was called
Yeah, we
Awanas.
have school Monday through Friday, not Sunday.
Yeah, it was Awana. It was called Awanas. And it was kind of like the Boy Scouts, but like more church related. And then they had these big events every year, and you'd go like compete against other churches and like events and stuff. I did it when I was a little kid.
Did you move away from your microphone then? Because you kept getting quieter.
Yeah, he's
Those
getting quiet
ones.
again. He's
Yeah, 'cause I'm
he
eating.
should be getting a new headset
right.
with a microphone too.
Yeah, and not off Team.
Fuck Timu.
Yep, you're really quiet, Justin.
Because I'm eating. I did move my mic out of my way.
Yeah, you missed it this afternoon, Justin.
What?
Paul was trying to convince me that Laura needed a new gaming laptop, and he was searching TeamU for one.
Yeah, we found a couple of them.
No, they
wouldn't
were
buy
TeamU.
I wouldn't buy shit like that off of Timu.
No,
They have some fucking graphics card and hard drive of some random ass Chinese company you never heard of. You should see some of the graphics cards that come in some of these Timu computers. I've watched I think it's Toasty Brothers,
yeah,
and they bought some off of Timu, and there's just like no name graphics cards. Yeah,
That's the name of the company, No Name Graphics.
like you're not even getting name brand shit like components in the computer. It's all off brand. The motherboards, like the only thing that's actually name brand is just the CPUs. The GPUs don't have any name branding. The motherboards, the hard drives, nothing. And usually the CPU is like the lowest end of whatever, level they're putting in there.
yeah.
It's leftover shit that hasn't
Yeah.
been sold.
And then some of them will have like old office motherboards in them from old office computers and shit. Yeah. Oh, guess what Sarah made for dinner tonight, Paul?
What?
Food.
Burritos.
She made her own version of the KFC bowls.
Oh, I love those. KFC bowls.
So, chicken.
Yeah, it's got
Oof.
It's a shame Justin and Sarah don't live closer to Paul. They make great meals on wheels for Paul.
yeah, it's got mashed potatoes, corn, cheese, and it's
Now
got
you're
the
pushing
little,
it.
the little
Yeah,
what
you
do
lost Paul at
fried-
mashed potato.
Side
Wow, he
salad.
likes
Corn on
mashed
top.
potatoes.
See, he's on it again.
There you
There he
go.
goes. Stirring that shit.
4 gigs of RAM. Powerful performance with 4 gigs of RAM.
Mhm.
A 320 gig hard drive. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder it's only $197.
yeah. Once you got Fortnite on that computer's melted.
Probably can't even work Windows 11.
Fucking 1 year of Office 365 is worth more than that computer. All right. I mean, those are all name brand computers. They're just the really shitty computers. They're like
Yeah,
that.
but they're not. You don't even know if they're genuine name brand.
Well, like I said too, and they're about as powerful as a decent Chromebook. I mean,
think that's what a lot of them are, the Chromebooks that have been,
I mean, any of those, if you're
Remastered.
just somebody watching YouTube, you're searching shit on Google, doing emails, printing stuff, any of those will do fine for that. But definitely not gaming.
Already to
see, that's how you
that's-
know it's dodgy. No new computer comes with Windows Pro.
32
That's what
gigabyte RAM
And
and
normally just basic Windows OME
terabyte storage right there.
or
Well, it'll
OEM.
be a Windows 11 home usually. That's what you get.
Yeah. But it's
I
always
have
an
the
OEM
Windows-
version.
I got Windows 11 Pro on my computer.
Yeah, but it depends where you got it from.
Mine didn't come with it. It was already. I have 3 different M.2s that have a version of Windows. All have Windows 11 on them. 2 of them have Windows 11 Home, and one of them's got Windows 11 Pro. I put the Windows 11 Pro one in there because it's got the largest amount of storage as well. Because they were all from different computers. I took them out of.
2 terabyte there and 64 gigabyte of RAM.
I mean, that's not bad, but then look at the processor that's in it.
Yeah,
i3,
for that
64
For that
gigabytes of RAM.
price, I would just buy a proper gaming laptop off a proper website.
Yeah, but even a good, decent gaming laptop is going to be twice that.
No, I saw a couple today about 800 quid.
Yeah, but it's still not going to be no $650 though.
They had 3060s and 2060s in graphics cards built
You
in.
might get a decent laptop, gaming laptop like that if you go to like a pawn shop or buy it used from somebody. You might get it for that price,
Amazon renewed.
but definitely not brand new. Well, I guess yeah, Amazon renewed. Is that
Because
Are they actually-
Amazon certifies them. As long as you get it, as long as it's Amazon renewed, it's guaranteed.
right, Edward? If you're not
With-
doing anything extensive, there's really nothing wrong with a Chromebook. A Chromebook will do just fine if you're just surfing the web.
Yeah.
And they're not expensive. You can get a decent Chromebook for like $100-150. Sometimes you can
Yeah, for
find them as
80
low as
quid over here.
$100. Yeah, you can go to Walmart and they have the little 14-inch Samsung ones. Usually they're $100 right out the door. Brand new. Like that's what I said. If you're just doing just basic internet shit, there's nothing wrong with the Chromebook. They get a lot of Chromebooks do get a lot of shit from people, but if you're not editing or doing anything extensive, there's nothing wrong with them for the price.
Because Chrome OS has not actually progressed much.
Yeah, but it's meant to be a really basic OS and a basic.
Yeah, but
Computer, it's
they
not
offered so much when they first come out with it. It's going to rival Windows. It's going to do this and do that and do the other. Just hasn't.
Google's got
Yeah.
bigger problems to worry about now. Much bigger problems to worry about. With the antitrust thing.
Oh yeah, Google's going through a bunch of shit right now.
It'd be interesting.
Good, but it's just a lot.
What's this all about? The antitrust.
Over Google's domination of search.
Yeah, they're
And,
gonna wanna
and
split the
being
company.
anti-competitive with search and driving people towards ads that they make money on, and yeah.
Yeah, that pisses me off, but I still always go to Google. Fucking hate
But
Bing.
can you really blame consumers for choosing a specific search engine they want to use? I mean, there are other search engines out there. You got Edge, you got Firefox. I mean, there's tons of other
DuckDuckGo.
ones out there. If
DuckDuckGo.
60% of the population chooses that they want to use Google, I don't see why Google should suffer for that, but whatever.
Well, it didn't work that way with Windows and Internet Explorer, did it?
Cause it's not like I mean, I guess you could say they're a monopoly, but not really, cause there's still plenty of other search engines out there you can use.
They're a monopoly they're a monopoly in search by far. And have been for a long time and have
Well,
been
no,
screwing
they
been
can't
screwing
be a
with the
monopoly.
algorithm to drive things at their websites to make even more money.
They
That's
can't
what they got in trouble
monopoly
for.
if there are other ones around. And
I
we're not
actually started
just
using
means
Edge.
else.
I
Edge
actually like Edge.
is
I started using it because they've really refined Edge. I think
Edge
works
is
really well.
Chrome. Edge is Chromium.
I don't
I
mind the
just like-
updates with Chrome. We're bringing Google Lens in and stuff.
Thought Edge was Microsoft.
It is,
Nope.
but it's Chromium in the back.
No, it's Chromium in the background. They swapped it out several years
Right.
ago.
Should we say Chromium under the hood?
Yes.
What's up, Jason?
And the other part of it is Microsoft is probably contributing the most to Chrome now and driving features into Chrome.
Yeah.
More than Google. As weird as it was
Actually,
when we did that move.
No, Zap.
You know, in the business world,
Hey, now.
it's really simple. The concept of what we did. It's called embrace and extend. So instead of trying to build our own, we took theirs and added new shit in.
I don't know. I think I think they've really done a good job on it.
Yeah. It's got
And what's nice is I can connect my Google and link everything from my Google to it, so I don't have to have both of them on my computer. I can just have the Edge browser. And I just link my account to it.
Hey, what?
So all
you
my
gu-
stuff's still there.
There we go. 4 motors mounted.
Do you guys know what I keep getting this monthly every month on my debit card? I keep getting a charge from Dropbox. What the hell is Dropbox?
Dropbox is file sharing.
It's a file
Service.
sharing.
So you just need to
If
call
you don't
up,
use it, scrap it.
just call up your bank and tell them to block it.
No, just go into Dropbox and
Just go to
delete it.
Dropbox and cancel it.
Mm-hmm.
If you use it, still go on Dropbox and cancel it. They'll offer you a deal.
Dropbox is
Yeah.
a very, very, very legitimate company.
But
Yeah.
if Paul goes to his bank, Paul can say, I didn't want this on my thing to begin with. And they can go back so many months and give him his money back and block it from ever being able to be charged again.
He
That's
probably
what I'm
used
saying.
it to share files.
Yeah.
Somebody probably shared a file with him. And he
And he
needed
probably-
Dropbox. And he signed up when he shouldn't have signed up.
Yeah,
Well, that's
definitely,
what I'm saying.
definitely knocks on the head.
Because
It's
you
not
don't
that I'm
need to
saying-
sign up to download, only to
No, and he-
upload.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
Dropbox has been going for about 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
I
I don't
can't.
think it's that long.
I can't find Dropbox.
Oh, it
on-
is.
Dropbox.com, Paul.
But what I'm saying, Paul, is instead of canceling it through there, just call your bank up, tell them that you did not mean to do that, or you didn't know that they were charging you. So they can go back and give you all your money for the last, because some banks will go back up to 6 months. And they can give you all your money back, and then what they'll do is they'll block Dropbox from being able to charge you anymore. They'll block.
You
that
probably don't
specific-
want to do that because he might actually need it sometime.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn legitimate.
Paul don't know how to do any of that stuff though.
Yeah, but you
You know,
don't
I-
know who.
It-
But you don't know who he might exchange files with.
Yeah,
that
And
does.
Dropbox back in the day started off on your phone, so
I spent
might
2
be where he
weeks-
signed up to it.
Hey, Paul,
spent
how much
2
is it? Is it like $5?
$11.99 a month.
God, you're paying for the top pack.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm
Yeah.
just
You know what,
saying, we-
After all that, trying to send that file last night, Justin, we could have just signed into Paul's Dropbox, dropped the whole freaking Windows on there, and you could have copied it. Jesus.
Yeah, it charged me at the end of every month. It charged me $11.99.
Yeah, you got their high end package. I don't know why
Yeah.
you would have done that, but
Yeah,
anyway.
you need to knock that on the head, Paul. It's quite an expensive package.
Well,
There you
how?
go.
just-
But I can't.
just-
I can't find Dropbox.
Somebody put the link in the chat for him, dropbox.com.
I'll share
just
what
saying,
I'm
I-
looking for here.
I still think Paul needs to get his money back though. That's like $11 a month he's been paying for nothing.
So there you go. How's that
Yeah.
look?
He'll need to know how to log in. He probably can't remember his login and password.
He probably only has so many emails. So, because it's tied to your email address. So,
The last 5
forgot
times that
password, it'll come back.
the last 5 times somebody tried to either share something with Paul or have Paul send them a file, it never worked. I'm just saying. We spent like a week and a half trying to get him to be able to send a 30-second clip to Matt, and that was a nightmare. And we never got it to Matt.
Well, I think I'm about as far as I can go in this drone until
Because Matt
actually
wanted to
get the
take
vo-
one and
There it is. What?
You need to go into my account. You're gonna have to sign in to get out of it.
I don't know how. I don't know how. But I don't know the account. What?
Gonna be your email address, Paul.
oh, he's got like 4 of them.
Okay, so try all 4 of them.
There you go. You signed in. You're already
Oh,
signed
You
in.
signed in.
Okay.
So go into settings. I think it'll be.
Manage account.
Oh yeah, there. Manage account. And tell them to piss off.
I'd at least call your
You
bank.
only
You
get
don't have
2
to-
gig.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd call the bank first and tell them you didn't ever remember doing that.
At least try to get your money back. You don't have to have them block it. Tell them you've already canceled the subscription, but you at least want to get your money back. Because that's, if you've
See,
been
there's
paying
no
for
way to
6 months,
cancel it here.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
gotta be a way.
account settings.
What?
Accounts or billing at the side there. Just a minute. Let me pull over.
Right
Yeah,
here.
billing. Yeah.
It says no billing activity. Uh-huh.
That sounds dodgy. You need to call the bank and get it stopped because it might not even be them.
Yeah.
yep, call the bank. Tell them that.
You call the bank and
somebody's
tell
been-
them you don't have an account with them. You don't know what that's from.
And tell them you want your money back for all the times there was charged. Because what they can do is they can pull up that specific charge, and then they can pull up all the different charges from that over the last course of however many months they've been charging you and give you your money back, and then they can block.
Oh, I think this has been going on for a year or 2.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, definitely ring
Well,
your
even
bank
it-
call and get it stopped.
Yeah, and even if some banks, they'll at least go back so far and give you so much money back, at least so you can get something back.
Even if they
Even if
don't,
it's
at least
even-
it's stopping it happening.
Yeah, stop it is what I
future.
want.
Even
Yeah,
if
so
it's
just
like
ring the bank
3
and
to
tell them
6.
to knock it on the head.
Honestly, because that could be somebody else charging Paul's account without him even knowing.
Yeah. It could be someone that set that up. You know, when Paul shared his bank details online in error, could be from that.
I don't know.
This is why we always told you not to share your bank details. People are crafty.
Yes, they are.
No, people are assholes.
Well, there's that as well.
Well, my account was hacked about a year ago, and that's when they gave me all a new credit card, new number, and I had to go and change everything everywhere.
And then you need to go through your bank statements with a fine-tooth comb and really look at everything that's been charged and see if you see anything else you don't recognize.
Hey, Justin, I want to tell you one thing. This, having the 2 screens, I could have the
Uh-huh.
pictures over here and working on them here, and it was so easy today.
Oh yeah, I
It's even
told you.
easier
Man,
when
once
you
you,
got.
Faster.
dude, once you go to 2 screens, you never want to go back to a single screen setup.
Yeah. Wait till you've got 3
Yeah.
screens and they're like 2 34 inches and a 20 inch. then you're screwed.
Now, I did have an issue today with the screens. My number 1 screen was coming on and my number 2 wasn't coming on.
Well, that's common. It just
Yeah, usually
plug
that only
them
does
back in.
it.
It only kicks in.
Yeah, usually that only does that normally when you first start up your computer, and then once you put in your password to lock your computer.
It wasn't
then usually-
reading the display port. It was telling me the display
could've
port
been a-
wasn't on.
Could have been a loose connection, then maybe one of your cables
Well,
got.
I'm
put
full
out.
with the connections and it didn't do it. I switched it over to the other port and it worked. I hope a port didn't go out.
Now, is that a port on the graphics card or a port on the monitor? you
Graphics
changed?
card.
Well, your graphics card has a 3-year warranty, manufacturer warranty, so if something's wrong with it, you can pull it out and send it in.
I'm wondering if that NVIDIA did something to it because when I looked down, I didn't even have the NVIDIA shortcuts weren't even on my computer.
Now,
When I
that should've
replugged it
done
in, they came back.
It could have been an update.
Yeah, it could have been an update for sure.
Yeah.
But it's working on the number 2. And I'll see.
But you didn't switch
don't need it.
anything on the monitor, right?
No.
Okay, so then that
Mute
rules
Paul.
out any issue with the monitor. port.
Well, I went to the monitor
somebody
to make
mute
sure it was
Paul
set
for
to
him?
the display port, and it was set to the display port. You know.
Like I said, NVIDIA does have a 3-year manufacturer warranty on graphics cards, so
Yeah.
you have your proof of purchase because you purchased it, from Amazon, right?
Yeah, a year ago.
So you got your proof of purchase from Amazon. So if there absolutely is an issue, you can always have it sent in and they'll give you.
Or yourself, bloody moderators.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your computer might be down for a week, but I don't
I
know.
don't need it to be down for a week though.
No, but I'm saying
No,
like
you done
that's
that.
worst case scenario. You're not gonna
I
have to
did
pay
it.
for a new graphics card.
Yeah.
So.
I see
Yeah.
somebody's done it.
yeah, none of them were listening so far.
And all the NVIDIA programs, it even says in their terms
They
of
got damaged my
services,
truck now. They're in trouble.
if it causes any damage from the apps, it is covered under warranty. It does say that in the apps. I have actually read their terms of services in their apps, and all the apps are covered under the warranty.
Yeah, do you
So
know
if it
that noise cancellation one you told me to download?
Yeah.
I had to take that off.
Why?
It's slowing my computer down. Fucking God knows what.
You sure that's what it is?
Yeah, as soon as I took it off, computer speeded right back up.
Because I don't
was-
have any issues with it. One program like that, basic, should not be slowing your computer down.
Yeah, but it was
So there,
loading up on Windows Startup, and it was
Hi, Jim.
yeah, because it always does
Jason.
Windows startup because it constantly runs in the background. for
yeah,
you.
but it was
But
sat when it was sat there. It said it was high processor use.
JDS.
I don't know then because that shouldn't be. to
I
the
know it
point where
shouldn't
it's
be,
slowing your
but
computer.
it was. But it's not affecting Laura, so
Yeah, it don't affect my computer at
would.
all. It runs fine in the background. Because that's what it's designed for. It's designed, you do the initial setup on it, and then it just continuously always runs in the background. It runs your camera, it runs your microphone and your speakers for you. And it runs it through the graphics card. So you shouldn't be having there's something else going on there then.
I
Could just
said
be a
took it
simple
off.
setup. Could be a simple setup issue. You never know.
Or it could be conflicting with something too.
Yeah.
well, like I said, took it off. It's fine.
God bless America. You know, there is one thing about this that I don't really like, and I knew this when I was getting into it. All the little teeny tiny crap in FPV. Big fat fingers, little teeny tiny wires.
Uh-huh.
It makes it a little challenging.
You need a pair of tweezers.
Yeah, I got them.
I should have never listened to you guys.
Why?
I called the bank up and they canceled my card. They says, you've got to go and get a new one.
Oh, bollocks.
So that
It
means
must-
I've got to go and change every place that's listed because it's going to have a new number.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
Well-
Paul, that's not
I
bad.
don't give a shit about $11.
Yeah, but you could
Yeah.
have other stuff.
But there could be other stuff. At least now you're only going to go and change what you need to change.
No,
Yeah.
no. That's all going to be changed. This card
All
is
of
no
his
longer any good.
all of his auto bills. Because they're gonna change the
All
number,
my
not
auto
just
pays.
the
Did
expiration.
you not have auto transfer like you have over here?
They
No,
shouldn't. They shouldn't need to change everything. They just cancel that payment.
Yeah.
They don't do shit like that
Your
anymore.
banks are crap.
Yeah, over
No,
here.
you
Just
can
cancel
do-
the payment. That's it.
you
Done.
can do individual cancels of payment.
Well, they
Yes,
went
you
through and
can.
gave me the last 6 things that were on there, and I approved them. But that one, I said that was not. I did not authorize that. So then they says, you have canceled your account. You need to go in and
Oh,
get a
fuck.
new card
Do an
and talk to
automated-
somebody.
Because you went through the automated system, didn't you? You didn't speak to a person.
Didn't speak to
No.
a person. Speak to a person next time.
Always speak to the person.
Automated
that-
things will only be able to
Or,
be one way.
Yeah.
or actually go into the bank. Sometimes they can actually give you and worst case scenario, if they do that, they can sometimes give you a temporary card right there in the.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but then I still got to go around and change everything. That's my point. For the
Yeah.
$11.99 a month, I can give a shit.
It's you see over here though, they'll
Later,
change our
Jason.
card, but because our bank account number stays the same.
What, he freeze?
Yeah,
The
it
truck
will-
got away from him. That's what happened.
His
If you
audio cut out.
If you change your card, it will change the what's it.
The card,
Your-
but the
Your
thing is,
automatic card payments. But
when you do
direct
auto,
debit and standing orders go through your bank account number, not your card number.
Yeah.
when you do auto payments over here, sometimes they don't use your account number. They'll use your
Yeah,
card
they use
number,
a card number for the
and
most
they'll
part.
save it.
Oh, they tell us not to set them up over here.
Yeah, so they'll save your card number, and then when you call in, like if you want to call in and do a manual payment, they'll have it on file already, and they'll say, "Would you like to use this card with the last 4 digits of this number?" And then you'll say, "Yes, that's the card I want to use," and then it will approve the payment. And then some companies might require, like a lot of companies that do, like some of the companies, when you do car payments, they want your account number, routing number. But then sometimes you have to wait 2 or 3 days. It takes them to pull the money out. It's not
Yeah.
instant.
See,
It's like
over
an
here,
electronic check.
when I had to get my new card the other week because I got hit with fraud, when I got a new card, the only company I had to change my card with was PayPal.
Well, there's nothing he can do now. Once they cancel the card, that's it. You
Seems
just have to
straight.
wait for the new one to come in. They can't, once they cancel it, they can't go back and reverse that.
I'm calling to get a hold of a live representative.
Yeah, the automation already screwed you, Paul.
Well, you can call and double check with them if that's in just case you misunderstood what the automation system told
Yeah.
you. But if they did cancel it, yeah, there's nothing they can do. Then once it's canceled, they can't reverse that. System
This
won't
is the
allow it to
problem
do
with
it.
AI on all these fucking automated systems.
Usually if I have an issue with something like that, I'll actually just go in the bank physically and talk to somebody.
We can just go onto our bank app on our phone or whatever and
Yeah.
You can do
disable the card
Yeah,
temporarily.
you can do that here too. But like I said, if I have something where I'm really concerned about something with my account, I'll just physically go in because then I can sit down with the bank representative at the
Yeah,
bank
we
and
just sign into
actually-
the app and click call support, click shout fraud, and you're speaking to a person.
Yeah, like my bank, I can shut my card off if I want. Like if I lose it and then I'm not sure where it's at and I'm trying to find it, I can shut it off until I find the card. And then if it gets to a point where I'm
Yeah.
like, yep, I lost the card, then I can call in and say, hey, yeah, I did lose it. But it gives you the opportunity to be able to look for the card first before you go calling and canceling it, you know?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's in a stupid spot, you know?
Yeah,
You
correct.
might have lost it between the seat of a car or something stupid like that, and you think you left it somewhere. But usually after you call
Yeah.
and cancel is when you find the card.
Uh-huh.
That happened to my sister one day. Oh, dude, she was so pissed.
Now that you've done, Justin,
She spent 2 hours looking for her damn bank card, and then she was like, "All right, I'm done. I must have lost it." So she calls the bank up, cancels a card. 2 minutes later, she finds it in her wallet, and it's slid between this little tear in her purse.
fucking hate when that happens.
It was the lining on her purse had a little tear in it. The card went down in there between the lining of the purse, so she was mad as hell.
My
She's like, I
bank,
fucking knew it.
my bank card's in my coat pocket, and that's where it stays, even if I'm not wearing that coat.
Honestly, I don't even take my wallet anywhere unless I absolutely need it. If I'm just going to
No.
the store or something, I don't even carry my wallet.
I
with
just
me.
say all I take is my phone.
Yeah, I don't do
Use Apple Pay.
yeah, I don't do that. I don't do use Google Pay or Apple Pay or anything.
I
Use
don't
my
like
bank card, that's it.
I don't like carrying my wallet on me unless I absolutely need it.
How's that look? Eh. I need to mount the camera.
Yeah, bollocks. It's going a straight line, you fucker.
Oh, now I see what he was talking about, getting a shorter cable.
Ah, fuck off.
Yeah, that is a bit of a pain in the ass.
I knew you should do that. You didn't even think of reversing it to me, you little fucker. Shut up, Justin made me go the wrong way.
Okay.
Blame that shit on me.
You distracted me. I was like talking to you, not realizing. So not following a sat nav.
Come
I missed my
on.
turning.
Everybody knows it's always Justin's fault.
So I
Yeah.
have to stop on the motorway and reverse now. I ain't going all the way around because the next turn off fucking Sheffield. And I'm going Felixstowe.
That's all right. Go out to Sheffield and turn left.
Turn
Unless
left.
you're
In
going-
Newcastle.
Unless you're going up.
Felixstowe's in near Ipswich.
Yeah.
No, near Yarmouth. It's Ipswich.
Ipswich.
Oh, I thought Yarmouth was near Ipswich.
No, Yarmouth's Norfolk. And Ipswich is Suffolk.
That's the town that Ed Sheeran says in one of his songs, Ipswich.
Ed Sheeran is a massive Ipswich fan and a knob. A gingerbread prick because of it.
I'll be sure to tell Rob that.
And Mick Hucknall.
Wait, what's he got to do with Rob?
Because he's a ginger and you're making ginger.
I didn't say anything about Rob being a ginger prick. I said Ed Sheeran.
No, you're making ginger. You're making anti-Semitic statements against gingers.
No, anti-Semitic is only against the Jews.
I was going to say.
Because Semitism means Jewish.
Yeah, I'm not gingerous. I like my ginger nut biscuits.
Like ginger nuts? What?
Ginger
Yeah,
nut biscuits.
ginger nut biscuits. Definitely.
Oh crap! Why is my lights not working? This could be a problem. Oh, there you go.
I only really did designed this for one screw, not two screws. Not sure why he did that.
And turning left at Sheffield doesn't get you anywhere near Newcastle.
Well, it depends. If you're coming into Sheffield from this way, it would.
Well, turning right, I should say.
Yeah, but you said turn
Yeah, but-
left.
but
Turn
it-
left and take you back north.
It depends. No, it depends on where it would take you east. If you're going south,
Yeah, but I'm in the south. I'll be
So
going
you go-
north.
you're going north. So all right, then you turn right.
Yeah, but in the game, it doesn't have all the towns and cities. So when it takes me into Sheffield, and if I turn left, it would take me north back to Newcastle and Grimsby. Because they're the next two cities in the game.
Well, Newcastle, you'd have to turn right at.
So they made up their own map.
What?
Got it.
It's not made up. Well, most of it is, but the towns are in the right location.
It just have all of the towns.
But they don't have all the roads.
Yeah, it's not as detailed as like Flight Simulator where everything exactly looks the same as in,
Exactly.
Google Maps.
Not yet, it's not.
I think that would be a good thing to implement in the game, though.
They're looking at implementing full maps.
Because I think if you turn right at Sheffield when you hit the coast, you'd probably be in Mablethorpe.
Not in the game. I'd be in the sea. Don't worry, I'm on the right road now. I'm heading towards Felixstowe.
Yeah, like Flight Simulator is super detailed. You can actually fly over your own house and see what it looks like in real life.
Yeah, it uses Google Earth, doesn't it?
Yeah. I do like the new graphics
I don't
card.
know.
It'll be
game.
3 years out of date, but
I don't know if they actually are using Google or if Microsoft's using their own
No, they're
What?
using Bing.
for Flight
it'll
Simulator.
be 2 or 3 years
Yeah,
out
it's
of date.
Bing.
There.
Bing Maps.
Camera's mounted and all. So top half is put together. Just
Because
need
when I
just-
look on Google Earth at my back garden, it shows a car I've not had for 4 years.
Yeah, they haven't up.
Oh,
Yeah,
Google have lost it with the Google Maps. It's so outdated.
Yeah, they haven't updated a lot of their satellite photos in a long time.
Even the
There's some
Google
that
cars
they-
now can't be asked going halfway around the fucking place. They just renew all the same streets. All the
They
posh
do
areas.
monitor stuff though, because like I said, when they sent that, the real funny one was when they sent Chinese government, they sent them pictures of the Three Gorge Dam and said, yeah, you might want to check your dam because we've been taking, like
Yeah, it was bulgy.
photos of it for 4 or 5 years now, and you can clearly see 2 spots in it that are bulging way out. And the Chinese government said Google's lens was fucked up on their satellite. And they told Google to piss off. Like,
Could
yeah,
be.
okay. Google didn't have to let you guys know that, but you're okay.
Have they fixed the dam or is it gone?
No, that's what you get. Chinese freaking quality control right there, buddy. They ain't done shit to it. Well, I said I'll give it to DJI. It's one of the few products that actually has come out of China that's their own design and actually has decent quality control because it's very rare for Chinese products.
Bamboo's not too bad.
Oh, there's a few here and there. There's a few gems, but like I said, it's like I've said before, it's different when an American or say a British company goes to China and say, this is what we want this product built to these specifications, and they'll do it. But when China tries to make a copy of that, you know, they're just, it's a quality control is absolute garbage in a lot of areas, so it never comes out as good as the original. But like I said, when a company goes to China and goes to a manufacturer says, I want this product built to these specifications and you have to use these materials, obviously they have to do it, otherwise they're not going to do business with them. And that's why you can get some American, some British, some, you know, Australian products that come out of China that are well built.
Yeah. I
But
did
they're
like that
using
video of
American
the guy that goes to Trump Towers and he goes, Trump doesn't like China. Everything in this shop is not made in China. It's all fake rumors. And he starts picking stuff up and it's made in China, made in China, made in China. And then the last one he finds is a T-shirt and he goes, oh, made in Pakistan. Told you.
Well, like I said, it's all about what companies, you know, they order things to a certain specification. So there has to be a quality control there.
I'll tell you what, having this graphics card in, this next one up, and having the game on high level, there's so much detail that's changed. Like all these cabins on the side. This is where me and Laura used to drive and land in the sea. You know, I've bash into each other.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Now you can't look because you got all these big.
When's the last time Laura's even played that?
Don't know. It's too interesting in Fortnite now.
I honestly, to be honest with you, I never thought she would get into Fortnite. I tried to get her to play with me for a long time, and she wouldn't do it. She's like, I don't like those kind of games. Now she plays it as much as I do, if not more.
Or more.
sometimes.
You know it's bad when she's trying to get me to play it. Not gonna happen. How much damage? Oh, look at that. 0. I've done 5 jobs today and no damage.
I
In
think
that case,
Laura's
then.
just started liking the more fast pacedness of the game, though. Because you look at a lot of the games Laura kind of used to play.
Yeah. I think
Were
the
a
other
lot
thing as
slower
well is
paced.
having the better computer, you know, has given more confidence.
Plus, more people are playing Fortnite that she's friends with too, so
Yeah.
it gives her a lot more socialness in the games.
Yeah. But she has got a lot more confidence in her computer now.
But like even Matt said, you know, Matt was playing a couple of games on his Xbox here and there, but he was like, dude, he said after playing Fortnite for a few weeks and then trying to go back and play one of these games, he's like, it's so slow feeling. He's like, I just love the fast pacedness of Fortnite and just how much you have to be just constantly doing something, you know, sitting still. He's like, I went back and played Left 4 Dead and it was just so boring.
Too bad they don't redo Half-Life.
Half-Life.
Yeah. So Laura
Ooh.
didn't flip the thing the other night, did she? Where she landed in the game and she landed right next to her chest and she went, oh, awesome. Love Xander backpack. And then she went, oh, I'm dead. What? I'm not supposed to grass you up. I went in the small print. I didn't agree to that. What the fuck is rubbish in the road? Right, now you're getting ridiculous with the detail.
Now, come on. Wasn't tipping a big problem over there?
No?
Not usually in the middle of the road, no. Outside.
Not really. It's not as bad as it used
I
to.
don't know. It was in the news for a while.
Yeah, but
Well, we kept
I
complaining.
don't even know what news you guys are getting because even Dre said that the riots were protests, and it's like no one even close.
Honestly, I don't hear a lot of news about you guys at all on our news.
I mean,
Although I don't watch mainstream news too much, but even just the shit I watch on YouTube, I don't. I heard a little bit about the riots, but not much, to be honest with you.
we had a pile of rubbish and black plastic bin bags and all sorts of crap dumped next to the outside of next door's fence
Just to check.
on Water Lane, and it took the council a year and a half to move it.
Yeah, USB-C.
Why am I not surprised?
My plug was really hot. And this was
Yay!
And even though we kept sending them photographs of all the rubbish along this road at the back of us,
was also really hot.
It will do.
that was the only thing they
You can't
moved. They
touch
didn't
it.
move any of the rest of it.
Hot.
Is it one of them?
No, it's my multi-plug. My multi-plug was hot when I took it out. So I think I might have caught it in time before something else happened. Just keep an eye
Did
on-
you do spill Pepsi on something again?
This is quite warm.
That always is that back bit.
What did Laura break now?
So you want me to get her a new laptop
What'd she break?
or Apple Watch? It's not broken. It's just
I might need to get
Oh
a
yeah,
new
she just
system.
put the new band on there earlier. What happened? Break or something?
It's not charging.
Then it's probably the lead rather than the watch.
No, it's
Yeah.
actually showing up that it's getting charged.
I mean, it's a magnetic charge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a magnetic charger, yeah, for the Apple Watches.
I might have to get a new watch charge. I think it's 2 buttons and switch it.
Are you sure that the charging cable isn't something? I mean, it
No,
could
it's
just not be
showing up
given
that-
enough.
It's showing up on the screen. It's charging.
Trouble
It's
is,
Right,
been like
but-
that for an hour.
But the cable could not be giving enough charge because there's a short in it. It could be
No,
enough
I've
to.
checked the whole cable. There's no broken
You've got
Have
cable.
you
no way
tried
of
to,
no way of testing it other than putting it on an Apple Watch.
you don't have another cable you can test it on?
Nope.
Because like I said, even though it's showing that the cable's making connection, it don't mean that the cable's not working correctly.
Yeah, but
You
it's
know.
all one thing. The magnetic charger has a built-in cable attached to it, so you've got no other way of doing anything other than to get a new one or try it on a different Apple Watch.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, try it either on another watch or try a different watch cable, like another
I
charging
don't
cable.
have watches and cables laying around.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
then- I have.
well, I know that. I'm just saying that's the only way you can really
I've-
diagnose what it is.
I've got an Apple Watch here that you can't use because it's linked to somebody else's account and they've forgotten how to get back into it. And Apple won't do anything about it.
Got any Apple stores around there? You walk in and test it.
No, it's quite a distance.
Just give it a chance.
Like I said, I know you don't have extra watches and cables, but that's the one way you would diagnose whether it's the watch or the cable. Other than that, you're really just like guessing at this point if you don't have any extra to test it on. Or does anybody else in your family have an Apple Watch where you can try it on theirs or test theirs?
Yeah, but he's miles away at the minute.
Yeah, I know Mark does, yeah, right?
Yeah, but he's the only one that does, and he's miles away.
Right, leave it there for a minute.
Just keep an eye on your plug because my one got really hot.
Because like I've had phone chargers do that where the phone's actually plugged in, it says it's charging,
That's
but then an hour later it still isn't charged any because the
should've been.
cable's fucked up
Well,
somewhere
that's
inside of
anyway.
it, you know?
But that means that's a fuck watch.
or cable.
Okay, no one does the cable on one, but that means you've got no watch for tomorrow. And you did it from the gym. Amber, I've asked you to do a job.
Looks like I'm going on Amazon in a minute.
Mind you, David, you can get a meter that you
Well,
can
here's the
put
story on
a
my
USB inline meter, which gives you volts and amps and tells you whether it's actually drawing in a current.
Yeah.
Here's the story on my debit
got-
card. It has been canceled. I cannot use it. I have to go down to the main office, which is about 5 miles away, tomorrow. Tell them what happened, and they're not sure whether it can be activated or if they're going to issue me a new card. And if they issue me a new card, that means
Comes
I
right
have to contract everybody that I have auto pay with this card.
Justin, you've got a busy day tomorrow.
Just maddening because I went through this about 2 years ago. It's maddening. And I told them on the phone because I was talking to California. I told them on the phone. I says you should have a way with if the customer calls back immediately and says that they don't want their card deactivated, that you should be able to reverse it right away, right on the spot.
If anything, Paul, go back to when you go in there and actually sit down and talk to them, because you're probably going to sit with the banker at their desk. At least have them go through your bank statement with a fine tooth comb just to make
At
sure
this
there
point,
wasn't
I
anything
understand where
else.
you're coming from, Justin, but the $11.99 doesn't mean dip to me, because it's going to cost me hundreds of dollars of messing around because everything is on auto pay with this account.
You want to
Everything.
get the bank to give you a list of everything that is auto paid on that card.
Hey, Paul. You want a solution?
Yeah.
Open another account that is just your auto pays. And use this card for everything else. Just remember to move money over into that auto pay account.
Well, the thing of it is, Rod, if they would just reactivate the damn account, I'd pay the $11.99 a month. I don't give a shit,
Yeah.
You know,
I'm just saying, since you're gonna have to go through this, my suggestion is take some money, put it into another account, and
yeah, but
move.
my account is closed, so I can't transfer any money either.
No, your account's not.
Your
closed.
account's not
Just the
closed,
card.
just the card.
No, they said your account is canceled.
Yeah,
No, they wouldn't have canceled your
No,
they would cancel the
the
account. They
account.
can't.
Like I can't even write a check, they said.
Because even if I go in there, even if
That's
I
ridiculous.
can't call and cancel my bank card, I can still go in the bank and pull money out. and
Anyway,
deposit it.
anyways, Paul, when you go to get all this corrected and fixed, my suggestion is put some money into another account, get whatever card for that, and make that one your auto pays. And never use that one for anything other than your bills. Then if anything happens on this other thing, it doesn't matter. Nearly as much.
You've still got to have an automatic transfer every month from one account.
Sure. Yeah, and that's easy enough
Yeah.
to set up.
Well, I'm gonna go
But
have
that
a
will
stroke.
that will save you from ever having to do it again. Although I'm in the same boat as you. If I had to, my auto pays are on the same one. So I have another account, so I'll probably move them over someday.
Yeah, when we report fraud like that, they don't cancel the account or the card. They just cancel the payment.
Hey Joe, are you gonna be around in the morning? You're muted.
I should be.
Because what I'd like to do
Shut up.
is maybe I'll start it up and then let you handle it and Mark could probably come and help and anybody else. But I want to get down there because my feeling is I don't want to wait. I want to jump on it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
done
just
as
want
soon as
it. You just want
possible,
it
yeah.
fixed.
Doesn't like in his cleaning.
Yeah, I mean, how the hell is he going to get his Boston creams now?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, yeah, Boston cream's an ice cream, you know?
Well, he just
Yeah.
has to say to him, you know me very well. I'll be here tomorrow and the day after. Give me a tab.
So,
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for 2 Boston creams today.
for anybody that works on anything where you take things apart, I have a suggestion for it. And I will tell you, well, it came from this website, which is Bardwell's FPV Know It All. But there's there's literally something on here that is ungodly fucking useful
Charging.
that you look at and go, well, why would I need that? Oh, you
Always
need
take a photograph of it before you take it apart.
this magnetic screw tray. Oh my God, that thing.
Oh
is
yeah, I've got one of them.
It's just a
Yeah.
little bowl, magnetic bowl.
Yeah,
Oh
it's a
my
bowl.
God, that thing is fucking a lifesaver.
I've got a few of them.
I use, but I use it all the time now. It's like, hey, where is that thing? I got something little metal. So,
Oh, the
It's also used
side. It just
when
take
you
around.
drop something on the
Sounds
floor
like
because you can just
That one.
yeah,
Rub-
you can use that to
rub it
fish
across
it.
the floor and it'll stick to it when it finds it.
Yeah, I got one of those long metal rod magnetic ones too.
Yeah, I've got one of them.
But yeah, the magnetic bowl, yeah, get yourself one. Freaking very bloody useful.
Especially when you're doing stuff like taking loads of computer screws out and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. Heck, for that
Yeah.
matter, throw your keys in there. At least they won't disappear. They can't get lost.
That all depends. I mean, my front door key's brass, so it won't.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Mm. And stainless steel isn't magnetic either. You've got to remember that.
True. Anyways, it's still a bloody useful little
Oh yeah.
thing. That was one of the things I found off his site. That I was just like, okay, yeah, I gotta get one of. I have the mat, and the FPV mat has some little squares that have magnetics in them.
2
But
hours.
I kind of really like
Yeah.
this bowl.
Leave it for 2 hours.
Mm.
And my God, the screwdriver set that I bought. Holy crappy. It's really nice. And it was not wasn't very expensive either.
Yeah, I think mine's got about 60 bits in it.
Oh, no. Hang on. Let me find mine. Well, I got it in front of me, but let me find it on Amazon. STREBITO. Okay. Now let me share. Share screen. Yeah, that's good. I have 144.
I'm not sure how many. It is here, right next to me. So I can have a look.
But it's also an electric screwdriver. But it's got a few other little knick-knack things that are
depends how
part of
many
the kit.
in that.
Excuse me one moment. Laura, when you shouted,
That's
hey
mine.
Jerry, where are you?
Yeah.
The watch came on.
Can you see it, Joe?
That is
Rod?
sweet. So could it just be my
I'm still sharing.
because it overheated with my phone in
Yeah,
it.
no, I've just got
Yeah.
me
So
camera
do
in
I need to
front,
get a new plug?
Yeah, but can't do anything until Tuesday.
but I don't know whether the background will let it be seen or not.
We're gonna have to share this.
Yeah, I see your background.
Yeah, I know, but
On the unit.
I'm not using wireless charging.
On the unit.
the fact that the background's there is meaning that
Think it's
the
the first
camera
up towards
still-
the side on top shelf.
what I'm
Yeah, those
And the
those
USB.
background removers are still
I've got
a
Yeah.
bit goofy.
I shall turn the background off. That's
Use
the
your-
easiest
one
way.
of your Samsung
Yeah, exactly. Eventually you reach a point of, okay, let me just turn this crap off.
Mm,
Sometimes that crap is too
Uh,
smart.
none.
Mm.
I charge my tablet.
Right, that's it.
Yep, you get a few.
Mm-hmm. And it opens up.
It's nice to have kits like that because you literally have
It opens
freaking
up the
for
other side with
everything.
all the bits and pieces in it, including tweezers.
Yep, mine came with the tweezers and some little plastic wedgies to open things up.
Oh
and
yeah,
the manual screwdriver.
It's
and-
Wednesday night. You see the sailboat racers?
Question is, who's winning?
Well, you don't know. There's a course.
Go
They're all rounding this end of the course and they shoot up the Canadian side and out into the lake and back again.
Hmm.
And they're
Kind of
in,
looks like they're doing circles to me.
they're in class.
what
They're
can
in
we put
class,
in now?
you know, depending upon size and type of boat,
I get paid.
different classes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a novel.
And they ordered something I'm gonna have to learn how to use, Mark.
What's that?
A multimeter.
Oh yeah, they're easy.
I want to be able to measure the voltages on the drones.
Mm.
Or as I needed
I should have come out.
about a month ago to check the freaking fuses in my car. See if the fuse was good.
Check the fuses. You use continuity, which is resistance,
Right.
and
Yeah.
you set it to the highest resistance value available on the meter, and it will either say 0 if it's closed circuit or 1 if it's open circuit, or whichever way around it is.
Yeah.
And when you're doing the voltages on your drone, I would imagine that the highest voltage is going to be 12 volts at the most. So you would use the 20-volt scale.
That's actually something I'm curious about because 6S is 24 volts total. But I ran into something where a guy has added fiber optic to his drone, but he's using LEDs, and it's a 5-volt LED, a WS2812.
You have
And
you
and
have
I
a
was
volt rail on your controller.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, so that must be how he was doing it. But when I looked at AliExpress, they also have some 12-volt LEDs.
Well, this should be all right.
So I was wondering whether those motor wire
Probably-
mount points are 12-volt. I think those are 12-volt.
The 12-volt LEDs are more likely going to be for household use rather than drones.
Same with Bradley's Apple.
Yeah, but if you're getting 12 volts off the motor wires, I'd rather go with the 12-volt because it'd be freaking brighter LED for the fiber optic.
Yeah, it should do.
Because what they're doing,
But
what I
probably
discovered,
draw more current, and your battery won't last as long though.
yeah, true. But what they're doing is they're taking fiber optic and like shrink wrap, right? And
Yeah.
putting shrink wrap around the LED with the fiber optic inside in order to get and then just run the fiber optic around. I looked at it and it looked pretty damn cool.
It's
So
a Belplane.
Yeah, my dog actually has
Yeah, 64.
fiber optic light around the inside of her collar, so I can turn that on at night when we're out in the
interesting.
dark. And she has a bright pink collar.
Yeah, but it has its own battery source, so that's
It has
probably
a
easier.
Yeah, it has a USB charger.
I don't exactly want to put one of those on the drone. Although maybe I do if it's small enough.
It is. It's the actual charging unit, and the on-off switch is probably 3/4 of an inch square by 1/4 of an inch deep.
Hey,
Hmm.
Huh?
Could probably print some TPU to figure out how to mount that on the drone.
Yeah, I'm gonna change the postcode now.
How much is it with Apple and Sounds?
So anyways, going into this fixing building,
I could play David.
I'm learning more things than I have in a while.
Oh,
Now I know the watch is working.
It's quite the rabbit hole, I'll say that.
No,
Yeah.
If I quickly borrow your charger and throw it on ready for the gym.
But I mean, it depends on. You're only just starting up in it. I've been doing things like that for 40 odd years.
Yeah, ham radio people have been doing crap
Yeah.
like that forever and ever and ever, right? Fixing
Yep, that's it.
boards and all that kind of crap. So
Even building your own circuit boards rather than just
Mhm.
some were made one.
yep,
19 quid.
Yeah.
thus the multimeter.
Which is
Yeah.
same price as
Amazon.
when Amazon will deliver it tomorrow as well. Direct from Apple.
Might as well get it.
Anyways,
It
I don't
will-
feel bad. I got this drone
Or I could pick it up today from Lakeside.
halfway built
You have time
without
to go with it from
it
Lakeside.
doing any of the soldering parts.
There you go.
It's
You
the
go
soldering
back
parts that are going to
for
take
it.
forever.
When I get back.
I've got to
Just take your time.
have to go with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't try and rush it.
But now I'm going to have to
Once
solder
you've
the.
soldered one connection, make sure it's clean and clear before you do on to the next one.
Now I'm going to have to solder the ELRS on since I'm getting a different flight controller.
Make sure you get the wires attached to the right pads.
Yeah, I found the drawings. So, and find the freaking smallest tip that I got. Those wires on the ELRS are, my God, those things must be like 28 og.
Yeah.
They're tiny.
And
Like,
tin the wires before you solder them to the pads.
yeah,
Solder on the pad, tin the wire, and then touch the two together so they melt into each other.
Yep. And try to make sure you got to look which way you're going to do it so that you don't run the wire over something or end up routing your wires through things that you don't want to route your wires through.
Yeah.
So takes a little planning for some of that. I'm a little worried about this flight controller that I ordered. Like I can make these screws work on the 20. I think I can. But I don't know why you put a 20 to 25 adapter mount in.
What you mean 25 mil center to center?
Yeah, he's got an adapter for
And he's trying
with 25 and 2020.
Yeah.
And if I use that adapter, the holes for the 2020 are actually higher, and the solder points for the motors would hit that. So I'm like, I can't use that adapter. But it doesn't look like the screws. It doesn't look like the screws go to the top plate anyway, so it really shouldn't matter. I should
Yeah.
just be able to put it on without that. I don't know why. I don't know why he did the adapter. I really don't.
instead of just using another 25 by 25. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So the flight controller I got is a Flywoo Goku. And actually, let me see. Do I still have that site open? Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, "Oh yeah, I want that flight controller." Yeah, this guy. Share screen. So what you'll notice on this flight controller is if you look in each corner, the four corners, that is where the pad is for the motor. Or it should be really bloody easy
Yeah.
to change it. That's also why his TPU adapter is not gonna work. So hopefully I don't need to, or I'll just come up with some other TPU invention of some sort.
Mm. So this is the one where you're transferring all the stuff off one drone onto another?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I'm not using, well, I knew I wasn't going to use the motors, but now I'm not using the flight controller either. Yeah. So I guess all I'm really using is the air unit and the ELRS.
Yeah.
So I'm using half of it. Okay.
Mm.
It's the way it's working out. Because I really want the GPS. And the problem is with the board that came out of the Cinelog, that particular board doesn't have a UART for the GPS.
Mm.
And speaking of tiny wires to solder, those are like 28 AUG too.
Yeah.
They're super teeny tiny. Tweezers and my magnifying glass.
Did you get one of those crocodile clip style?
Oh yeah, I get two sets of the helping hands things. Yeah. And 2 metal plates to attach them to. So yeah, I got those. The one guy I watched build, he literally soldered the motors to the board and then installed everything. I'm not sure how he measured the wires.
Yeah.
I think I'll just do it the old fashioned way, which I already did because I mounted the motors and I'm not gonna mess with them now. They're there.
The motors come with a certain amount of wire fitted to them, don't they?
Oh yeah. The wires are long enough. You just gotta
They're long
snip 'em.
enough to cut down.
Yeah,
Right.
you just gotta snip them. And I would agree it's probably easier to solder. But well, here's the thing though. I just won't put the top half of that frame on. I'll just mount the board and the board would be completely open with nothing over top of it. So I don't know how that's any more difficult than what that guy did, which was to just do everything on his workbench.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have anything in the way when I solder, so shouldn't be that well, it'll be difficult because I'm not experienced at it, but at least I won't have crap in my way while I'm trying to solder.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Well, I think I'm gonna call it.
What are you gonna call it?
I do.
A do? Okay.
I don't.
David does.
I don't.
Shut up, Joe. Shut up, Joe.
Okay,
Auf
Laura,
Wi-
David, thanks for
Wiedersehen,
being
Pat.
here. Mark, thanks for being here. And Rod, you take care.
I'll see y'all in the
I've
morning.
got to
Alright.
go settle down a little bit and lower my blood pressure.
Yeah,
Get ready
but
for-
Paul, just stay calm, right? Because I'm trying to buy Laura a standard plug from Apple, right? And I have got to go through 900 levels of security just to buy one fucking plug.
You mean
Well,
a
if
check?
you're gonna go through that much work, get her that computer you were talking about buying her.
I don't want a computer.
You heard it. You heard it.
I heard it. I'm a
Clip,
witness.
somebody clip that.
Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. We'll see you.
Catch you
tomorrow.
later.